Good morning, dragons. How are you? It's so nice to see you this morning. I know I am a little bit earlier than usual, but I just like wanted to get it over with. I'm just kidding. Right. What's up, Spirit Room? Thank you. Alexis, thank you. Jamie Lee, thank you. Power of the P. And Jamie Lee times two. Thank you guys so much. Welcome. Obviously, dragons, welcome back. If you are not new here, you already know what it is. Glad to have you here. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Violetta Alexis. I'm a professional tarot reader and studying to become a professional Western astrologer. Today, we are going to be taking a look at all signs. So, Aries all the way through Pisces in astrological order. I'm going to be taking a look at you first, and then I'm going to be taking a look at your person second. So keep in mind that these are general readings, which means that the roles can be reversed. So if I'm reading for your person, but you feel like that is your energy, then just flip it. If you want to get a little bit deeper in regards to your reading, you wanted to make sure that what it is that you're hearing is more accurate to your specific situation, you can always book a personal reading with me at violettalexis.com. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you guys have not, please make sure that you go and hit the subscribe button, even if you're already subscribed, so that way you can click down to turn on all notifications. Make sure that you're turning on all notifications for my channel, okay? So you can be sure to get notified, because why would you not want to get notified about my channel? Like, are you okay? No, I'm just kidding. But to be honest, also, I don't have any fucking vices. I don't have any vices, and so you guys will see me smoking this. This has 0 nicotine. I just like it because it tastes like dessert, and I am a person that is clearly trying to be diabetic in my life, because I will eat an entire box of Oreos at 1 o'clock in the morning. I know it's hard to tell, right? No, I'm just kidding. And so instead of doing that, I started smoking this, and not that I'm condoning it, but it is like helped me curb my sugar cravings. It tastes like fucking dessert, honey. And so I've been smoking this. It has 0 nicotine, okay? Not saying it's harmless, but like, let me have a vice for Christ's sake. Anyway, let's see. Rick, thank you so much for being here. As you guys know, Rick is my Dragon's Lair bouncer. Make sure that you're respecting my dragons in my chat. Make sure that you're respecting me, and you won't have to kick your ass, okay? Reese, it's so good to see you. Complexity as per. What's up, Taurus? What's up, Shireen? I know you never catch me this early, and this will be the first and the last time, because I am exhausted. And I'm just gonna actually, like, I took my anxiety medication last night, which like dupes for like a sleeping pill, and like I slept like a fucking baby. Okay, so I feel great. What is that? Oh my god, that's just my tooth. I ate oatmeal with like flax seeds this morning and chia seeds, and so I'm a little paranoid that it's gonna look like I've been eating cigarettes. All right, so why do I feel like it's so quiet in here? Is it just because it's early? Maybe I should open the window. Maybe I should open the window. What's up, FG? How you doing? Like that window right there. But maybe not. Maybe we'll just keep it scorpionic, right? All right, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Karma Sutra, good to see you, baby. Thank you. Okay. By the way, some of you guys have been asking me like where I get these sparkles. I've been wearing these sparkles since like 2018, when I used to be a live streamer on YouNow, and I kind of ditched them for a long time. Um but they're from Amazon. They're just from Amazon, and you put like some glue on your skin, like the glue that comes with it, and then you just fucking put it on. Isn't it cute? It's so great. People used to dress up. I used to be on an app called YouNow, and I was really big on there, and people would dress up like me for Halloween, and they would always put the glitter on their eye. It was really funny. All right, so let's go ahead and do Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. Let's see. All right, Aries. Let's check you out. Aries, your feelings. 7 of Cups. How you view your person is the Queen of Cups. Your future actions. No, I don't like it that way. There we go. Your future actions is the Hierophant. Okay, that's not bad. Very Venus and Scorpio. We have Venus and Scorpio right now. Your person's feelings, Nine of Swords in reverse. How they see you is the Three of Swords. Yikes. And the Three of Pentacles in reverse for their future actions. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these real quick. Keep it scorpionic, I'm saying. Keep it a little scorpionic. Listen, I'm excited. I'm a Venus in Scorpio, so I'm about to have my Venus return, honey. It better be cute. What's up, mountain girl? It's not that warm outside. Well, Jesus Christ, Rick. I wasn't saying to open the actual window. I just meant like the curtains. He's like, well, you should have said that, bitch, right? you know, you know? What's up, Michelle? Thank you so much for that super chat question. It's so good to see you guys in the morning. It was so crazy. I felt very motivated. I woke up just like this, looking just like this with the glitter and everything. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to waste it. Like, it's crazy just to wake up this perfect every day, right? Right. All right, let's see. Oh God, Shireen, I'm sorry. All right, let's see. What's up, Christina Molina? Thank you. All right, so you have the Seven of Cups in your feelings, Aries. Tell me about that Seven of Cups. The Emperor in reverse. I need one more. The Eight of Wands. Well, there's you, the Emperor in reverse, whether you're a male or a female. So, this is kind of making me feel like you're trying to figure out what your options are. If I'm going to be 100% honest, you kind of feel like you've been living in Deluluville. Like, just a little delusional, you know what I mean? Warrior Queen, thank you so much. Just a little delusional, right? It's like because you feel like you don't have the answers. This is kind of giving me like a Neptune vibes. I know that this is Venus and Scorpio, but this is giving me like Neptunian vibes. Like you're feeling like you don't have control, but you're trying to figure out what your options are in regards to this person. FG, thank you so much for that super chat. So it's like, I think that you have a very strong sexual attraction to them, even like fantasizing about them a little bit, but you don't know how to like hone it in. Because there may be this sense of you feeling like you have to move slow when it comes to this person because there's been some kind of rejection or some kind of disappointing situation, or maybe that's just how you feel about it. But whatever the case is, you're wanting to talk. I will say this. Be careful, Sagittarius. I mean, not Sagittarius. Sorry, this is Mercury and Sagittarius. That's why I said that. Be careful, Aries, with like, I know that you're feeling a lot right now. Be cautious of how you deliver that message because it could come off as a little overbearing. Not Aries, right? Right. Could come off as a little overbearing, a little much, especially with the seven of cups. That's like very intense. So just be cautious of like, don't show up at their work and be like, oh, I love you so much. I feel like we're meant to be together. Please love me. And I'm not saying that you're gonna do that, right? Unless you're a Venus in Aries, you might, right? But just be cautious with like what you're saying, like whether it's online, in person, because you may get ahead of yourself a little bit. So then we have the Queen of Cups for how you view your person. The Nine of Pentacles, the World and the Fool, the Ten of Swords. Well, you look at this person like somebody who's very vulnerable, sweet, has a lot of love to give, somebody who's even maybe very protective over their own heart in some cases. But you feel like it's coming from a lack of self-worth or self-value. Like, you could also feel like for some of you that this person is having money problems, or maybe they have an insecurity in regards to how they look or what they have to offer or what they have to give, but not with the emotions. Because you're looking at them like maybe they don't have a lot to give financially, or maybe they're a little insecure, or maybe they're also a little overbearing at times because they don't feel like they have enough to offer. Now, this is just your perspective, doesn't necessarily mean it's their truth, but it's yours. But there could be like a mutual love here, like the two of you may be actually in love with each other, or there are very strong feelings, to say the least. The Fool to the World is interesting to me because this is the first major arcana and this is the last. And so, I don't know. I mean, this is making me feel like a cycle has completed between the two of you for some reason. I don't know if there was a betrayal because there's a 10 of swords right behind that fool energy, but I don't feel like that's what you want. I don't think you want it to end. I think you want something to begin again, is what I want to say. Because it feels like, Vanessa, thank you so much for that super chat question. It feels like this is something that has repeated before, or you guys have been in a similar circumstance before. Like I said, I do think that you're very, maybe even a little obsessed or possessive over this person. But at the same time, oh my God, sorry, this eyelash is like really getting my goat here. Sorry about that. Oh my God, what is happening? Sorry. Um, anyway, but at the same I just feel like it's very intense. It just feels very Neptunian. It feels very overbearing. It feels like a lot. And it's making me feel like there was a beginning to an end, a means to an end, but it's making me feel like you want a new cycle, especially because your actions are the Hierophants. The Fool, yeah, like I said, yeah, the 10 of Cups, the King, okay. I feel like, though, there's something about this person that feeds your ego a little bit, and I don't know what it is, bitch, okay? That's your own personal thing. But there's definitely something about being with this person in general that feeds your ego. I will say this, Aries, especially if you're the masculine, be cautious because I feel like you look at this person like they have so much to give, right? Like they have so much to give, but you also feel like they don't see their own worth. And sometimes us humans, sometimes we don't, somebody that we feel possessive over, right? 7 of Cups. Sometimes the people that we feel possessive over, we don't want them to see their own worth. Well, because why? Because we want to possess them. There's something that we see in them that we want to be a gift to us, not to anybody else. So if they were to see what they were worth and maybe we feel like we are not worthy of them, we may do things to make them not really see their worth. And so there's something about this person that very much boosts your ego that feels good. I'm not saying you have bad intentions. I'm just saying that you're human. Um, but you definitely want some kind of foundational structure to be built. Like this is what you want. You want a foundational structure between the two of you. You want to let bygones be bygones. For some of you, you want marriage. And this is what you want. You want this on top of your foundation, the 10 of Cups, all this love, all this blah, 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 blah. Um, but that King of Wands in reverse is kind of telling me that your ego is a little wrapped up in it. And to be honest, our ego is pretty much wrapped up in everything, but okay. All right. So, oh, sorry. I forgot this is how I do it. It's been so long. Aries person. Hi, if you're here, I am now going to speak directly to you. Just flip the roles if you guys feel like you need to, okay? So you have the 9 of Swords in reverse, Aries person, for your feelings towards Aries. The 6 of Swords. Oh. Eek. All righty. In your feelings, you don't want to stress about this anymore. You know, this kind of makes me feel like there's a separation or something happened because you're in this energy of where you felt like you were overthinking things, like it was all consuming, like it was too much, etc. And now you're like, I don't want to deal with that anymore. Now, I'm not saying that you don't want to be with this person, but there's definitely something that you no longer want to deal with when it comes to this person because you feel like it does nothing but get you in your head. And you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to do what brings me peace because you may have been getting to a point where maybe you didn't want to see it before, but you may feel like Aries has manipulated you in some way, or you may feel bamboozled or tricked or, blindsided, like you may feel something like that when it comes to them. You may have felt like they pushed something on you or tried to force something on you or just maybe a little pushy, but regardless of what it is, you just look at this like, you're a fraud. Not saying that Aries is a fraud, but there's something that you're kind of feeling in regards to that. So you're like, I just can't worry about this right now. I can't stress about this right now. How you view Aries is the 3 of Swords. Sorry. For super chat rules, make sure you guys visit ViolettaAlexis.com. Tell me about that Three of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Fuck around and find out is what I heard. The Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles. You feel like they hurt you with something that they said. Or I'm not gonna lie, right? There could have been something that you feel like they found out about you that really hurt them. But they're basically what it comes down to is either A, something was found out and it hurt somebody, or B, something was said and it hurt the both of you. And it was quick too. Like this Three of Swords with the Knight of Swords, right? So it's like, okay, here's the Three of Swords. You view Aries as in pain about something, right? Even if they broke their own heart. Bitch, I break my own heart all the time, okay? But with that Knight of Swords there, it's something that was quick. Like something that was very quick, like a quick dagger to the gut is what this looks like to me. That had transpired between the two of you. And with that Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Pentacles, I don't know if it's that, like, there was something here where there's either this is an actual relationship, or there is something here where there was supposed to be marriage, or there was supposed to be commitment, or there was supposed to be like something. And like, I don't know if it just didn't pan out. I don't know if somebody said, bitch, you can never be a husband. Why don't you get in the kitchen? I mean, I don't know. Bake me a sandwich. I don't know what it is. But you definitely view Aries as like, like I just want to let go. I want to be able to commit. Like I want this to work. I want this to be my everything. Ten of Pentacles is like everything we've ever wanted. And the Wheel of Fortune is like backing it. It's almost like it's interesting because you see these three little wheels here in that Wheel of Fortune. And I see that the Three of Pentacles in reverse is in your actions. And this makes me think of the Three of Pentacles. And so I'm wondering here if there's like something about the Wheel of Fortune that you guys weren't on the same page about. And that's what's fucking it up. Is it like travel? Is it beliefs? Is it your guys' beliefs? Is it your guys' morality? Your guys' higher purpose? Are you guys not on the same page about that? Do you feel like they're morally corrupt? I mean, what is it? You have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Well, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse twice. They definitely trigger the fuck out of you. They definitely trigger the fuck out of you. Here's Libra. If we look at an Aries rising chart, we're going to look at the 7th house, which is partnerships, right? And that's Libra. And here she or he is, right? Here you are, I feel. There's something that's very triggering about this person for you. This person may have the ability to like bring out the worst in you sometimes. And it's because you feel like you're being bamboozled or you're being tricked, and you make it to this point soon where you feel like this is happening again and you are just absolutely losing your shit, under the surface. I feel like it's under the surface, but you just don't agree with them. You don't agree with them and you're like, God, this just brings so much stress to my life. I'm almost getting like it's too little too late vibe, because it makes me feel like Aries is like realizing now, like, this is what I want, and you're the one that I want, or something like that. But I also kind of feel like Aries, I hate to say it, and flip it if you need to, but I also feel like you don't want this person to see their worth because you don't want anyone else to have them. Aries, your advice is Aries. So I feel like this is about like you. Stop making it about somebody else and look at yourself, look at yourself and what is it that you need to change in order to make things work in your life. Wow, and then we have Mars, which is the ruling planet. I think that for the second person, you have Mars. So Mars is the ruler of Aries. And so I'm wondering if you have a lot more power over Aries than you realize, or even that Aries wants to admit. Don't kill me, Aries. Okay. But reverse it if you need to, like I said. But I feel like this is also about you standing up for yourself and sticking to your guns, I'm not saying to like battle it out and have an argument, but like defend yourself, defend yourself, keep it moving. And if you know, Aries can't really come to terms with something, then it's like you gotta fucking skedaddle, right? Skedaddle. God, that was like the widest thing I've ever said. All right, Aries, thank you so much. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you have not, make sure that you like the video, subscribe. Also, when you hit the subscribe button, you guys make sure that you click on all notifications so that way you can get notified every time that I do go live and every time I post a video. You can book with me at violettalexis.com. Follow me on Instagram and follow me on Twitter. All right, let's see. Okay. What's up, S? Thank you so much for that super chat question. Okay. God, dude. All right, back to the program. All right, Taurus, let's see. I kind of like this. I kind of like the 9 a.m. stream. DP, it's good to see you, baby. Okay, DP was feeling that reading, honey. You see DP? Yep, fraud, fraud, fraud. Good morning. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. Show me Taurus and their person, please. Love that green color. Thank you. What's up, Lilith and Aries? Good to see you. What's up, Rob? Thank you, FG. All right. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Love the morning stream. Me too. Definitely going to have to do the 9 a.m. on a Wednesday vibe. I hope you guys have been liking the consistency for 1 week. I've been shitting out them videos, honey. All right, let's see. Taurus. All right, Taurus, in your feelings for your person, the sacred fire in reverse. How you view them is the 5 of cups in reverse. I heard, well, that's easy. Don't know what that means. Interesting. Then we have the 10 of wands. That's easy for you, is what I heard. Then we have the 10 of wands for your actions. In your person's feelings, yikes. Emperor in reverse. How they see you is the magician. Okay. Their future actions, the 9 of cups in reverse. Well, I don't hate it, but I don't really like it. Let's go ahead and just take a look. Tell me about that sacred fire in reverse for Taurus's feelings for their person. Grand Rising, Garden Gal. Oh my God, that just does not roll off of my tongue very well, does it? Ugh, this is just stressing you out. You're still not healed from something that happened in the past. You're like you're still hanging on to it. You can't burn it. Like you can't burn it. If you try to burn it away, you're gonna burn the whole house down. You're like, I'm trying, but like I'll never forget, right? And fixed signs, y'all hang on to shit like crazy. And so I feel like you're having a hard time kind of cleansing yourself of some kind of crap. It definitely stresses you out. It kind of, you know, like kind of puts a chastity belt on you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not in the mood ever, right? But it just makes me feel like there's something that's kind of harsh in your mellow a little bit. And you're kind of looking at this person like, because the King of Wands in reverse, right? The King of Wands in the upright, he comes from very humble beginnings. And that's why he's so confident because it took everything in him by himself to get him where he is. And so he has a right to be confident. The King of Wands in reverse is fucking cocky for no reason. Like, bitch, why are you excited? You live in your mom's basement and you're eating your boogers and wiping it on your fucking jeans. Like, what do you possibly have to be happy about? And that Knight of Wands is like almost like energizing it. Like, yeah, we're confident for no reason. Like, that's how you feel about this person. Like, okay, you know. Let's see. We have the Five of Cups in reverse for how you view them. Tell me about that Five of Cups in reverse. I love that, FG. Thank you. The Six of Swords in reverse. Ooh, the Lovers in reverse. The Ten of Cups in reverse. Hey, Codis. So this is the thing, right? You feel like they're like, yeah, let's just let it go. Right? Like the thing from the past, whatever the thing was, right? Whatever the thing was. I don't know, maybe they left a bunch of piss on your toilet seat and you're like, "Are you like ever gonna like admit that you did this?" And like, "Oh, no." And they just I don't know what it is, but it's like they want to move on from it and you're like, "Yeah, of course you do because you're like playing the blame game or it's something that there was a breakup about. It could have been about a third party, but it's something where maybe you blame this person for it. Like you're looking at them and like you're like, no, this is your fault. Like you need to be a man or a woman and you need to own up to like what you did. But they are just kind of like, oh, let's let it go. And you're like, no, go clean up my toilet, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Clean up my toilet. So let's see. Vanessa Williams, thank you so much for that super chat. Let's take a look at that 10 of Wands for your future actions towards this person. Yes, we are Vanessa. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh. Something has to change. You have a lot on your plate for whatever reason, whether it has anything to do with this person or not. You have a lot on your plate and you're feeling like there's something that you can't really handle. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse is like, I can't handle something. 10 of Wands is having a lot on your plate. Two of Pentacles in reverse is like, I have to drop something in order to focus on these other things. Maybe you break up with this person if it's in a relationship, or maybe you're kind of like, hey, I need to spend less time being all consumed in this because there are changes that I need to make. But for some of you, you're dropping this person and you're walking away. Okay. So, hello, Taurus's person. I'm going to speak directly to you now. If you guys need to reverse the roles, then just do that. Okay. It's just that simple. The Emperor in reverse for your feelings for Taurus. Let's see the Emperor in reverse. What's up, Renegade? I'm doing great. The Ace of Pentacles. Oh, honey. Let me get one more for the Emperor in reverse. The Ten of Wands. I think that right? Like that you haven't been, that you've been the guy or the girl in their parents' basement, right? Eating their own boogers or wiping Cheeto dust on their jeans, right? Like that. Okay. Or it's that you haven't taken responsibility for something. Because the Emperor, you know, in the upright, he's that bitch, right? He takes responsibility. He's a man. He's that man. He's that woman that takes responsibility for his or her actions. He or she initiates, gets shit done, and owns up to their crap, right? Like it's very interesting because you see this like thing above his head. And this is giving me like if I'm lying, like drop this shit on my head. You know what I mean? Like I it's somebody that takes responsibility, but it's like I feel like with the Emperor in reverse, it's like that thing's going to go in the opposite direction. It's like not owning up to something or not taking responsibility. Now, I do like that the Ace of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands is here because I think that you're wanting to plant new seeds. I think that you're wanting to like do the heavy lifting in the relationship, or even some of you may have felt like you have, but there is something that you're not like. This is like hold on. This is like a king in a castle who like makes a really big mistake and like, a small village dies. right? But then he's just like, well, let's just ignore that and let's, give the people something to celebrate. Let's have a celebration in the village for everybody and make them forget this thing, right? And it's like, well, that isn't necessarily how it works. Does that make sense? Like it almost like a distraction or something. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and see how you perceive Taurus. You perceive Taurus as the magician? Tell me about this. The Eight of Wands in reverse. What's the Eight of Wands in reverse? The Fool in reverse. You feel like Taurus has a lot of stuff like with work going on, maybe, or collaborations of some sort. Now I think that you feel like Taurus has the power here just because the magician is in the upright. He has the one or she has the one that has all of the power. It's all of the elements. So it's like I have the ability to make anything that I want come true, but I'm not. Eight of Wands in reverse and the Fool in reverse. It's like, yeah, I have what it takes to make this work, but I'm not going to. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if there was like a third party. I don't know. I feel like looking at Taurus, it feels like Taurus isn't over something from the past. And so it's like they have the power to make something happen, but they're not going to do it. Because I feel like they're waiting on you to pick it up, you know, get out of your mom's basement. Stop jerking off with the Cheeto dust. you know. What's up, Ryder Gemini? How you doing? And then we have the Nine of Cups in reverse for your future actions. Yes, this is live. The Tower in reverse. The Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Dude, listen to me. It's just not working for you. It's like it's all about you, right? And you don't want anything to change because you want what you want when you want it and how you want it, and you want your cake and you want to eat it too. Renegade, thank you so much for that super chat. You want your cake and you want to eat it too, and it's all about you and it's all about what you want, blah blah, and you just want to get away with the thing that happened in the past. That's pretty much your actions. You're being like quite self-indulgent. Like it's almost like you're a little delusional, like you think that you're doing and it's I'm not saying you're not doing nothing, but you have to step something up is what I'm feeling. Taurus, your advice is air. So I feel like you're needing to communicate something that you're thinking, something that you're feeling. This is about being open-minded. This is about it can be about learning. Maybe you're needing to make this I don't want to say make, but needing this person to really hear you out, and maybe you're needing to listen to them as well. Two sides to every story. Ella, thank you so much, but take it as it resonates. Taurus's person, you have Jupiter, so this is all about like being wise, being high vibrational, learning your lessons. This is about growth and expansion, and I feel like if you're committed to growth, I feel like you're gonna get it, but it just depends on whether this is the biggest planet, and this is the luckiest planet. And it's like if you commit yourself to growth and expansion, that's exactly what you're going to get, but you have to step it up. If you want Jupiter, right? If you want Jupiter, you got to stop acting stupider, right? If you want all that, it can also represent like marriage, money, big blessings. So it's like if you want the big blessings, then you got to do the big work. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, and Taurus's person, thank you so much. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. When you do hit the subscribe button, make sure that you're turning on all notifications. Even for my already subscribed dragons, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and click turn on all notifications. That way you can definitely get notified every time that I go live or when I drop a video. Book with me at violettaalexis.com and follow me on Instagram and Twitter, okay? All right, let's move on. This is delicious. I'm not condoning vaping, okay? Mine has no nicotine, like I said. Not that I need to justify shit, to be honest, but this is just so delicious. God, it's like being able to eat candy at 9:30 in the morning. All right, what am I doing? Let's move on to Gemini. All right, Gemini, how you doing? Your feelings, karmic release in the upright. Wow, like opposite of Taurus. How you view your person is the King of Swords. Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Ooh, the Three of Swords for your actions. In your person's feelings, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. The Eight of Wands in reverse for how they perceive you, and their future actions is the Tower in reverse. So let me go ahead and shuffle these clarifiers. Yeah, dessert smoke. Mmm, delicious. All right, let's see. I was never grounded when I was a child. Oh, they tried that shit with me and it didn't work because I preferred to be alone. They realized that sending me to my room, because I liked being alone. Bitch, my friends wanted to play. I used to live in Massachusetts, and down the road from me, I had this little graveyard. And I used to just like bike down there and hang out with the dead people. You know, or the kind of willow tree in the backyard and like write in my journal. And my parents started realizing that every time they sent me to go be grounded, and then they were like, okay, you can come out. And I was like, okay, thanks. And I just wouldn't come out for the rest of the night. And they're like, wow, I don't think this is working. So, in order to punish me, they stopped grounding me and they ended up forcing me to like go outside and play with people, or forcing me to sit in the living room with them while they like hung out with me. It's a true story. So, Gemini, let's take a look. Let's take a look at that karmic release. Exactly, Troy. Four of Pentacles in reverse. I like it. Five of Cups, Six of Wands in reverse. There was something that definitely made you feel not appreciated in the past. What I love about this is you're finally releasing it, like whatever it is. Christina, thank you so much for that super chat question. Whatever it is, you know, even if it's like the feeling that you had of how you felt when this person made you feel like crap, or even if it's something that you did, but it feels good, right? It's like see, I'm not trying to be gross, but like the karmic release in this deck is kind of like taking a jump, right? It's like it feels good to let it out. I'm sorry. And I know that I've used that joke before, but listen, I don't have any new material. So, but the karmic release in the upright, this is like, oh my God, it feels so good just to finally like forgive this person without having an apology, or to finally, even if it's something between the two of you, like, oh, we finally let go of this now. I feel more comfortable to be able to take some kind of risk. So it's obviously going to be different for all of you, but it's making me feel like there was something that definitely, maybe you got some unwanted attention, or maybe there was some kind of drama that transpired in this connection or in this relationship. And you're like, oh God, like, why did I get into that? Or why did that happen? Or why did I, feed into that? You know what I mean? So then we have the King of Swords, the Chariot. Wow. The Emperor and the Moon in reverse. You feel like this person is definitely more than they're showing up as. I think it's weird. Listen, th- reverse it if you need to, or I don't know, but this is what I'm getting. You feel like this is somebody that has way more potential than they let on, or than they even realize, maybe, or that they've even discovered, or whatever. But you feel like they fear it, maybe. You feel like there's some like an insecurity, maybe. Yeah, look, that's like holding them back in some way. But you feel like this is somebody that tries to be very logical, and through that logic, they're quite victorious. This could be somebody who's a skilled speaker, or somebody who's not afraid to, stand up for what they believe in. Somebody who's maybe a little unorthodox or a little bit different in their thinking, and somebody who has the courage to speak their mind and go after the things that they want generally. I mean, you don't view them in the worst light, to be honest. So if you feel like this person is just, oh my God, like a pussy, like, no, that's not this person. You know, we all have fears, whatever, but giggle, thank you so much for that. So, oh God damn it. 5 orbs, 5 spirits. Honey, the only spirit in here is my tarnished one. All right, the 3 of Swords for your future actions. Ooh, the Empress. The Queen of Cups, the Page of Wands in reverse. But why the 3 of Swords? The Emperor at the bottom. The Empress is here. You want to live up to your full potential. But it's like you feel as though this person is dragging behind because for whatever reason. Like, there's nothing more frustrating than that. You know, there's nothing more frustrating when you see somebody and you're like, "Oh, like I know what you could be," right? I know what you could be. I know that you have the potential. Honey, what is going on here? I know that you have the potential to be this thing or whatever. Like you have the potential to live this life or be this, but whatever. And it's like you're there, like you're ready. You're releasing all the stuff. You're ready. You feel like, oh, like I want to do this, but you feel like this person's holding you back sometimes. Like, oh, like I need to do this. Like I have to. You're getting ready to birth something though through pain a little bit. Even it's just like the pain of them not catching up. You know, sometimes when you feel like you're at a certain point in your mind, a certain part in your heart, or just your life in general, and there's somebody that is like not getting it or refuses to catch up, it can feel like you're dating someone, or you're living with someone, or you're in a relationship with someone that's in a coma. And you're like, wake up. You know, that's what it feels like to me. So there's almost like this hold off, like when it comes to you expressing your emotions, it's like you have all of this love to pour into this person, but there's like a delay or something. So, hello, Gemini's person. I'm going to speak to you directly now. If you need to flip the roles, go ahead and do so. But otherwise, this is going to be your portion of the reading. So, you have the Ace of Pentacles for your feelings for Gemini. The 5 of Wands in reverse. Ace of Swords, 10 of Swords in reverse. Well, I mean, the thing is that mentally, I feel like you are attempting to evolve. You're having some big realizations, especially after you had some kind of horrible thing happen, or you did something horrible, or some kind of overkill of pain that has transpired in your life, whether that's something that happened you were when you were 5 or something with Gemini, you know. But you are having some kind of like, oh my God, okay, this is what I need to do, this is what I feel, and this is what I need to do. You're trying not to, I don't even want to say you're trying, you're not allowing your ego to get involved with this, or you feel like you're not, or you know that your ego has no place here necessarily. The Ace of Pentacles is telling me that you feel like you have to plant a seed with Gemini. You want to get something started that's going to last a very long time. 2 aces are here. So as a reader, this is telling me absolutely yes with whatever that is. I like it. I think it looks good. It tells me that your heart is in the right place. The 8 of Wands in reverse for how you perceive Gemini. The Star in reverse. Oh, you love them very much. But you feel like Gemini is quite mature. They could have blocked you, or you feel like they're not communicating, or there's something that maybe they're not saying, or maybe there's a lack of healing in regards to the relationship. So maybe that's why they're not talking, or maybe you feel like they're not telling you everything. But this is telling me that you're viewing them as like a blockage, or not that they're the blockage per se. I mean, maybe, but you feel like they're blocking something out, or they don't have a desire to understand or hear you, or, but I'm kind of getting this sense of like Gemini is tired of talking, like, because they've kind of lost hope in a situation, maybe because they want you to be more mature, or maybe they're trying to live their highest potential. You see the lovers is here, right? And yes, the lovers can be love, absolutely. But the lovers is also Gemini, keep in mind. And not only that, but the lovers can be about like making decisions from your higher self. And King of Cups is backing it, which is telling me making decisions from your higher self from an authentically mature place. And that's a different kind of decision making. When you're making decisions like that, every little that you guys don't well, I mean, I don't want to say you guys, but some people don't realize every little decision that you make leads to very big results in the end. Like the devil's in the details. Um but you feel like they've kind of like lost hope a little bit, whether that's true or not. So you have the Tower in reverse for your future actions. The Judgment in reverse. Yep, see? You are uh there's that Emperor that we were talking about, but it's in reverse and it's with the Two of Swords nonetheless. It's like you're avoiding something. You are avoiding, I feel, Astrid, thank you so much for that super chat question. I do think Gemini's right. I think that you have a higher potential, and you are like refusing to see it, or you like don't you are avoiding it. Why, let me ask, why is Gemini's person avoiding their highest potential? Because you feel like somebody's trying to push you into it instead of it happening authentically? That's immediately what I got from that. Like, you feel like somebody's trying to bully you into it? Because you keep trying to hold this tower up that's flimsy, bitch. It's like Gumby. Like Gumby made out of fucking feathers. And it's like your higher purpose is here, but you're not answering the call. Like, no, 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 snooze button. I heard something, snooze button, snooze button. Gemini, your advice is house 5. Okay, so this is about sex. That's it. That's your advice. No, I'm just kidding. It's about it's about sex, love, fun, taking risks in your life. Is the risk worth the reward? Juice worth the squeeze? This could be telling you to focus on like your creative expression and your authentic self. And the house 5 is about like you, right? It's about it's about like me and what makes me happy, and my personal projects and my personal happiness, and like doing what makes you happy. Gemini's person, your advice is Aquarius. So this is about doing something a little bit different. This is about being more original. I think that for some of you, I want to say that you kind of like reject what's different about you, but you don't realize that's actually your true authentic power. Now, I noticed that Aquarius has showed up for you a couple of times with how Gemini has perceived you, and not only that, but also for your advice. That weird thing that you like, for me, I'm kind of a dork, right? But I'm a deep dork. I really love like dark writing. I'm very dramatic. I'm all about the arts. I love that stuff. And it has made me a very dramatic lover, a dramatic writer, and I love those things, but there's been people in my life that it made me feel very ashamed about that, or like I was weird, and like maybe I am, but like it also is what makes me me. Like, I would never change that shit, you know what I mean? And so, like, there's something about you that maybe somebody made you feel weird about at one point, or, but you need to, like, you don't realize that that's your power, that's your stepping stone. So, thank you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. Also, be cautious with notifications. Some people are not getting notified when I go live or when I do post a video. So when you go and hit the subscribe button, whether you're subscribed or not, when you hit it, make sure that you turn on all notifications for the channel, so that way you can definitely get notified when I go live. or post a video. Sorry, that I just never get tired of that spiel, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look. Rob, what the fuck are you talking about? A spanking over the lap? Mr. Gray? Who? Like, honey, where are you right now? Absolutely, writer. I would be miserable if I had to act like I was nothing but a gorgeous face and glitter all the time. No, I'm just kidding. Right. I'm just following you. At what point did I ever say anything about a spanking, honey? Did I say something about a spanking? Like what? No, honey. All right, Cancer. Rob is in another place. Death card in your feelings, Cancer. How you view your person is the Queen of Swords. Future actions is the Judgment. Okay, I don't hate it. Okay, gotcha, Rob. In your person's feelings, Eight of Pentacles. How they see you is the Hangman in reverse. And their future actions is the Two of Wands. I'm getting a little gun shy over here. So let's take a look at that death card for your feelings. What's up, Taurus? Six of Cups in reverse. Five of Wands, Two of Wands in reverse. Well, that's their future actions. You're tired of having the ones like you're tired of the trigger being stuck or jammed. You're like, oh God, how do we move this thing forward? You know, for some of you, there could have definitely been some kind of ending. Absolutely, could have been like, yeah, this is done. This is done. You know, it's a wrap. It's over. You know, maybe you feel like it's over. Two of Wands in reverse, Five of Wands. Um, mm, there could have been a lack of decision making that ended up causing some kind of rift or a fight between the two of you. But you may be feeling like even there's something in regards to like you needing to grow up a little bit or mature in some way that needs to change because there could be like ego battles between the two of you a lot. And I think that some of you are trying not to be that way. Reverse this if you need to. So it's either something is done or you're realizing that there are things within yourself that you're needing to change on a purely like mature standpoint. So tell me about that Queen of Swords. Of course, giggle. It's that glitter of dead. Ooh, Queen of Swords in reverse. So you got the Queen of Swords in the upright and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Justice and the Knight of Swords. Uh, wow. Okay. Well, you feel like this person is a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde, right? Because you see this person as like a feminine kind of energy, somebody who has the ability to be very fair, very intelligent, somebody who's been through the ringer. The Queen of Swords is somebody who has been through a lot in their life and had their heart broken so many times that they're like, I'm going to focus on like money and how I look and like, you know, leveling up and glowing up and shit like that. And I'm trying to make my money, you know, kind of thing. You know, Queen of Swords, she's a bad bitch, you know, she's usually very stunning, or he, right? stunning or handsome, somebody who's very quick-witted, quick with their words, a fabulous communicator, but there's that Queen of Swords in reverse there as well. So you feel like this is somebody who also has the ability to completely snap and say the most hurtful and vicious things. But the thing is that in some cases, you feel like there's something that they found out where they had every right to be that way. You know, it was justified. Knight of Swords is like finding out information, and the justice is like being justified in something. And you may have felt like there was something that was justified for how they acted, whether you admit that or not. The Hierophant and the Justice can represent marriage. For some of you, you're married to this person, or you see yourself being married to this person. You have the Judgment here for your future actions. The Tower in reverse. Wow, okay. The 9 of Cups, the 9 of Wands. I don't hate it. I really don't. I think that you're trying to like do the right thing. You realize that there's maybe some growing up that you need to do, or there's some change in regards to the connection and how it's been going, especially in regards to past issues. And with that Judgment there, you know that you need to make some kind of big decision, because you know that things can't keep going in the way that they have been. And so this could be you, maybe if there's a separation, you could be reconciling with this person, or there's just some big decision that you're making. It's like God's kind of calling you, right? Like, hey, you need to do this. Like, this thing needs to change, or whatever the case is. And um you're willing to do it, I think. Like, you're willing to put in the work. You want this, whatever it is. Like, you're fighting for something. You want to fight for something. But I also think that you are also content with you, you know, if that makes sense. So, Cancer's person, hello, I'm going to speak directly to you now. Keep in mind, you can reverse this if you need to. So, we have the 8 of Pentacles in your feelings for Cancer. The Devil in reverse. 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups. What's the Devil in reverse? The 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Wow, interesting. Look at these repeating cards. Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Wow, okay. 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands. So, you know what this is? You're kind of getting to this point where you're like, the way that I've been doing things, or all of the attention I've been giving to the negativity of this relationship, is kind of messing up my work. That could be it for some of you. Where you're starting to put more effort in regards to your work, because maybe something about this connection has been taking you away from that. But for others of you, this could also be about you realizing that the standard that you've set for yourself, or for this person, or for this relationship, isn't working. And now you're kind of like, yeah, no, that's toxic. So I think that you're sincerely working on yourself while also raising the standard for the connection, raising the standard for yourself. It feels like you are putting in an insurmountable amount of effort, in regards to the things that you need to work on when it comes to obsessions, addictions, volatility, fears, whatever it may be. Because you're realizing, like, I can't keep going back here, like in the past, fighting this constantly, like the bickering back and forth, or whatever it may be. So it's kind of like you're in this energy of like, I'm putting my head down and I'm doing what I need to do for me, maybe. So you have the Hangman in reverse for how you're seeing Cancer. Tell me about that Hangman in reverse, please. Last shuffle. The 10 of Swords in reverse. Mm, I need one more. 4 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you feel like Cancer is like kind of staying in one place a little bit. Now, I think Cancer's getting ready to make some big changes. I do. But you're kind of seeing them just like standing still and not really evolving, like just staying in the same place. And you're like, hello? Like, are you gonna like figure it out, or what's going on? Because it's weird, because it's like you feel as though they will almost defend something that doesn't need to be defended, but then like won't stand up to the competition when it comes to life. Does that make sense? I don't know, like almost as if you feel like their focus is not in the right place or hasn't been. And you may feel like there are some serious addictions or mental issues. The hangman is like 12th house, right? And this can be like 12th house can be like addictions, mental health issues, self sabotage, and you may feel like they have this way of doing that to themselves, self sabotaging, whatever. Maybe they have addictions. Maybe they're, I don't know, who knows? But you feel like they're not evolving that, like they're just staying there. And like they're going to die on that hill, but it's like, what are you defending? You know? So let's take a look at your future actions towards Cancer. Tell me about that Two of Wands. You're welcome, Giggle. The Moon in reverse. King of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Swords. You're insecure because you feel like a Cancer doesn't necessarily have the right intentions. I don't know if you think that they're trying to use you for status, for money. I don't know if you just feel like they're really, really stubborn because of their insecurities. But you don't really trust it. So you're not making a decision out of fear. Like whatever decision there is that needs to be made, like you're kind of staying in your little foxhole, I guess you could say, because you're like, eh. And look, there's 12th house. So advice for Cancers, you got Pisces. Pisces is 12th house. So if there's any self-sabotaging issues, mental health issues, addictions, anything like that, those things need to be let go of. This is also about intimacy and compassion and creativity. So maybe needing to focus more on those things. Cancer's person, you have opposition. Yeah. So this is kind of about like two people at different ends of the spectrum having a really hard time coming together and finding that balance. I will say you can always bend a little bit for the people that you love, but not to the point where you're going to break. So if you feel like you keep trying to make a wish on this wishbone that's made out of steel, stop trying to do it because you're going to break your hands. You know what I mean? So thank you so much, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. You guys can book a personal reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and or Twitter. That information can be found right here on the screen. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And whether you're already subscribed or not, I would go ahead and hit the subscribe button and just at least make sure that you turn on all notifications for the channel. So go ahead and do that so you can get notified. So let's move on to Leos. Show me Leos. Leo and their person. Show me Leo and their person. Show me Leo and their person, please. It's morning time, V. In Rob's defense, we're a whole different animal. Oh, honey. Bitch. All right, let's see. Leo. In your feelings, Page of Cups. This could be something new for some of you. The Queen of Wands for how you view your person. And the Justice in reverse for your future actions. Okay. It's weird. Weird flex, but okay. And your person's feelings, Ten of Swords in reverse. How they perceive you is the Knight of Swords in reverse. And their future actions is the Fool. Well, let's check it out. Tell me about that Page of Cups for Leo's feelings. The Three of Wands in reverse. The World, the Seven of Swords. And there's love here, there's a little bit of an admiration, kind of like maybe a crush or like an admiration that you have towards this person. Um, and you're kind of sick and tired of like waiting to offer it, is what I want to say. Like you're a little antsy, is what it feels like. And there's a little bit of frustration for whatever reason. Um, mm, Something holding you back. I don't know if it's another relationship. I hope not. But for others of you, No, that's what I feel like it is. I feel like you have something else going on in the background. If that's not what it is, some of you are trying to figure out how to like bow out gracefully, like, but in a way where you can like renew again, if that makes sense. But for others of you, there's just a simple frustration here where maybe you do want something new. I need one more on that Page of Cups. Yes, I am still taking super chat questions. Page of Cups in reverse. It feels like you've been holding something in for too long and you finally want to offer something, but you may feel like you have a lot of responsibilities and things that is like, that's kind of holding you back, or you may feel like what you have to offer isn't really good enough. Like, especially if you feel like this person is like a Queen of Wands person, you know, the Queen of Wands, she or he, is like the performer, you know, the showstopper, the head turner, the one that, you know, everybody wants a piece, you know, or whatever, right? And you're kind of like feeling like you haven't really done the work to be a vibrational match to that, maybe. Let's take a look at that Queen of Wands for how you view this person. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. You feel like they're not really. Yeah, see, it makes me feel like there's something else. I don't like this. I don't like it because it makes me feel like you're two timing. Because it feels like there's something else that, like, I don't like it. Because it makes me feel like there's somebody else that you are involved with, that you have like more of a stable relationship with. And then there's somebody else who's not really giving you the time of day. And you're like googly eyes, you know? And like, be careful with that because karma will come get your ass. You know what I mean? Especially with that Justice in reverse. And this is your actions, Justice in reverse. So it's making me feel like you're like two timing a little bit or doing something shady. Reverse it if you guys need to. Your future actions is a Justice in reverse. Cece, thank you so much for the super chat question. Good morning, Jan. The Two of Cups in reverse. The Queen of Cups. There's like three queens that have showed up here, dude. Like, I don't know what's going on. What's that Justice again? The Eight of Wands. You could be talking to somebody at a distance, but you're not making a decision. You're not making a decision. You feel disconnected from somebody and you're maybe trying to talk it through. There's a mutual love that you have here with somebody that already feels established. Cece, thank you again for the second super chat question. Yeah. All right. So Leo's person, I'm going to speak directly to you now. Okay. So sorry, this is very specific. Don't feel, I don't want to tell you, um, not to feel sad and anxious, Dove. You can feel that way, but don't let tarot make you feel sad and anxious, you know. I know it's easier said than done. The Ten of Swords in, sorry, Hi Leo's person, I'm going to speak directly to you now. Flip the rules if you need to, okay? The Ten of Swords in reverse. The Ace of Cups. You want a new beginning. Some of you both just want new. And to be away from each other, like maybe you want to see other people, or you know, who knows. But I mean, I think that you're in this place of like you're evolving, or you're attempting to, but there are still some things that are like stressing you out. Four of Swords in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse is like, I have not overcome what has already transpired. And so I think that you're kind of realizing that maybe you have to release something, whether it's Leo or whether it is just some kind of pain that you're dealing with because you feel like maybe you've been holding on to it for a very long time, something that's been very hard to get over, but you're realizing like maybe also a little self-care can go a long way. And this is pretty straight to the point. The Knight of Swords in reverse. The fuck? Last shuffle. For how you view Leo. The Three of Cups. I mean, do you feel like Leo has a third party? Do you feel like this, because it makes me think that you feel like Leo is keeping some information from you about a third party or about why you guys aren't reconciling. And you may feel like, Leo is just kind of jumping from the tower. Like, this isn't working, it's crumbling. I'm just gonna flip. I'm just gonna dip, you know? Like jumping out the tower before it falls kind of thing. Jan, thank you so much. And S, thank you so much for those super chat questions. Well, you have the Fool here, so tell me what the Fool is about. Last shuffle for your future actions. The King of Pentacles in reverse. I gotta be honest, I think that you're letting go of this person, of Leo. I feel like you're letting go of Leo. I feel like you're letting go of Leo, because you feel like they're a user or they're too stubborn or something like that. And so you're realizing that you're gonna have to make a place from make a decision from a place of self-love and self-worth. And I feel like a lot of you guys are about to get a lot of attention. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. If Leo is doing this, like if Leo is actually doing this, Leo will get their karma from this because that justice in reverse is there for their actions. They're gonna do something that's gonna bite them in the ass later. Um, I believe that you're about to get a lot of attention for how you look, for something that you're creating. See, karma works in interesting ways, boy, because karma, like if you like do a person dirty or something like that, right? If you like, I don't know, let's say that you make fun of somebody who's maybe overweight and not that attractive and doesn't have a lot of money or something like that. And then like 2 years and they try to get with you and you're like, yeah, right, whatever, right? And then 2 years later, you see them, on television or something, or you see them like their YouTube channel blow up and then they look the baddest ever, like they're unrecognizable. I feel like that may happen to Leo. So, Leo, you got Venus. So this is about like giving and receiving love, but in a negative aspect, it can also be about like people pleasing, backbiting, top flight, S and jungle. Thank you guys so much for those super chat questions. A little bit of backbiting. It can also be like jealousy at its worst. I think that you need to find value and see beauty where maybe you least expect it, or maybe if you're doing this, or there's some like if you're the person that's kind of like, I don't know, rejecting somebody for like a superficial reason. This can also be about superficiality. If you're being too superficial, like that will absolutely come to bite you back and bite you in the ass later. um but I feel like more than anything there's something about yourself that you need to work on, because I feel like some of you are trying to find it, externally from you, and that's fine. We're human beings. We all need to find love externally from us, but it's like a wound is what it feels like. For Leo's person, you got house 9. So this is a natural Sagittarius house. It's all about spiritual growth, travel, learning, God, faith, your higher purpose. That's what you need to focus on. Don't focus on the small little details of this crap. I don't think that you need to focus on that right now. I think you need to focus on like your bigger purpose and your soul's growth, because you have something to offer the world. And I feel like Leo's gonna see it, but it's gonna end up biting them in the ass. Like whatever it is that they're doing right now, which I don't think is like the morally correct thing to do, it's definitely gonna bite them in the ass with that justice in reverse. Karma will get served, honey. You know what I mean? And karma serves us all, and me included. I'm definitely not exempt from that, unfortunately. So Thank you guys so much. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can visit www.violettaalexis.com. Also, make sure that you are following me on Instagram and or Twitter. That information can be found right there on the screen. You're looking at it. Also, make sure that you guys like the video as it helps my channel. And also make sure that you subscribe, comment, share, etc. When you guys do hit the subscribe button, whether you are subscribed or you're not, make sure that you turn on all notifications for the channel, and also make sure that you're turning on your YouTube notifications. So moving on to Virgos. Oh my God. Bitch, nobody cares that you updated your terms of service. Whoever cares about that? Well, maybe some people do that are responsible. Okay. All right, let's see. Damn, I smell so good. Bitch, I smell so good, honey. All right, let's see. Virgo, in your feelings, Three of Pentacles, how you see them, Two of Swords in reverse, and the Tower for your actions. God, Virgo, you got this in your last all signs. What the hell are you doing? In your person's feelings, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. How they see you is the Five of Pentacles and the Devil for their future actions. Good God Almighty. All right, well, let's go ahead and just shuffle. What's up, Lori? Dear God. All right, let's see. And yes, you guys, super chat questions are still open. And thank you, Lori, for plugging my writing. I appreciate it. Virgo, also your weekly is out. Make sure you go check it out on the front page under videos. Last shuffle. Yeah, I like it too, FG. Jungle, thank you so much for that super chat question. All right, let's do this. Whoops. Okay. So let's look at that Three of Pentacles for your feelings. The Hermit in reverse. Three of Wands, Chariot in reverse. You're laying low. You feel like you need to. You're just trying to get on the same page right now. I think that you've done some work on yourself where you kind of felt like, okay, I need to sit back and I need to figure out what I want, who I am, etc. um Kind of like shining a light on yourself in some way, and now you feel like you figured that out a little bit. And so you may feel appreciated by this person at times, but you're not like moving forward. You're just like there, you're getting along, you're sticking to your guns, you know who you are. But you're brave enough to, this is reminding me of Cancer's reading, of Cancer's person, I think it was, where it's like you have the ability to make something happen, but you're not doing it. And it could be because of something from the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I have the ability to make this work, or yeah, I could contact them, but I'm not going to do it. I'm waiting to see what happens. I'm waiting to see what they do. You have the Two of Swords for how you see them, the Queen of Swords in reverse. You feel like they're not playing games, like when it comes to their emotions. But you also feel like there's something that is being addressed or has been addressed when it comes to their bitchiness, or the way that they think, or their lack of logical thinking. This could be somebody who gets all in their emotions, and then makes decisions from that, or says some things they don't mean, and like they're not all the wiser for what they've been through. Like it's like they've been through some shit, but they allowed it to turn them sour instead of like, right, because what they really want is love. That's what it looks like. it looks like what they really want is love. They want to love and be loved, but and they're not playing about that, but there's something where they have not learned a skill, or they have not learned how to deal with their emotions or something like that. Tadeo, thank you so much for that super chat question. We have the Tower here for your future actions, Virgo. Oh dear God. Last shuffle. What's up, Presley? The Magician in reverse. Six of Cups, Page of Cups in reverse. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of feels like you're starting a fight a little bit, but it feels verbal because that Magician is Mercury. It makes me feel like there's some mental stuff going on with you. I would be cautious of your mental health, this coming week here, because it definitely feels like you have some stuff going on mentally where you just kind of like blow up or something happens. Because I think that you're kind of like reacting to this person a little bit with that Queen of Swords in reverse. And it's like you don't understand because there are some good memories with this person. You have some good memories and you're trying to focus on that, but you can't help but feel like you're the victim in this, you know? A little bit. Renegade, thank you so much for that super chat question. Thank you. But it feels like you can't really hold something in. You're just kind of letting loose lips fly. So, hi, Virgos person. I'm going to be doing your side now. So, I'm going to be speaking directly to you. If you need to flip the roles, please go ahead and do this. Everybody, hashtag renegade. So, you have the Six of Swords in reverse for your feelings, the Six of Wands. 6-6. Well, there's definitely going to be some positive change because your feelings are changing. I need one more on that Six of Swords. The Nine of Pentacles. Okay. It's hard for you to move on from this person for some reason. Like it's really hard for you to let go of this person. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Swords. Like I think that you try to focus on like your success and being independent and those things, but there's something about Virgo where you it's like they got a grip on your balls or on your twat, you know. Sorry, you guys know how classy I am. Um and it's hard for you to just drop it and move on. Like you're good on your own, you know? Like that's how you feel. Like I'm good on my own, but you don't want to be without them. And sometimes you just feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. The Five of Pentacles for how you view oh, there's a fucking spider. Whoa, that is very telling. You know what that just reminded me of? Oh man, I don't even want to tell it because I don't want to tell it because it's a story I'm writing, but whatever. So I was writing a story called The Spider That Bites. And I talk about, and what it is when you're in a very dark hole, right? When you're in a very dark hole, metaphorically speaking, in life, you'll find something to grip onto that keeps the hope alive. And I kind of compare it to the story of Castaway with Tom Hanks, where he had no one, he had nothing for years. He just had that soccer ball, if you guys remember. And for those of you that don't know, Tom Hanks, what he did was he was so alone, stuck on this island in the middle of nowhere for so long. He didn't have anybody to talk to. He had no human interaction, right? He was in a very dark place. And so he found one of these packages that washed up onto shore, and it was a soccer ball. And what he ended up doing was taking his own blood, right? And painting, I think it was blood, and painting a face on the soccer ball to feel like he had somebody to talk to, a face to talk to. And the point being is that, when we're in a dark place, we'll find anything or create anything to hold on to so we don't feel so alone. And I was writing a story called The Spider That Bites, and it's about this person who gets like stuck in this like literal dark hole somewhere, and they can't get out of the hole, like they can't climb out. And there's this little spider that they find in this dark hole, and it becomes like their best friend, right? But it ends up biting them, and it's a poisonous spider and killing them in the process, and slowly killing them. And this is making me feel like there's somebody here who is the human and somebody who feels like the spider, but maybe it works both ways in this predicament where somebody's the spider, somebody's the person. And maybe you guys have reversed it here and there. Five of Pentacles. You feel like when Virgo gets into a mood, they just completely lack all compassion. But that story is about what helps us can also hinder us. Can be too much of a good thing. Danielle, thank you so much for that super chat question. I greatly appreciate it. And you may feel like when Virgo is in a place, it's interesting because you both view each other like this. The King of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. And the Queen of Swords in reverse is how the Virgo views you, where you get in your emotions and you don't, and you feel like nobody's listening. So you react emotionally, overly emotional. And you feel like when this person's feeling lack, they have no emotion. And that hurts you. The devil is here for your future actions, Virgo's person. The devil. You just can't let go. You can't. You are just having a really hard time letting go of this person. Do you remember when Tom Hanks, when he in the movie Castaway, and he's finally like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna build a ship and I'm gonna get my ass out of here. And he takes Wilson is what he calls the ball, right? It's the brand of the ball. And so he names it Wilson, and he ties Wilson to the boat. You know, I hate to spoil it for you. If you haven't seen this movie, you've clearly been living under a rock. Um, and he ties the ball to the wooden boat that he makes. And in the middle of the sea, Wilson like gets unhooked and untied and he loses the ball. And it's like he is devastated. He is absolutely devastated about this ball because it was all he had at one point. But what happens when we rely on something too much is we forget our own power, and it almost cripples us in a way, right? The spider, while yes, can be a friend in the dark hole, can also be a distraction. A distraction from what? Getting ourselves out of there in the first place. Virgo, or for the first person, your advice is Taurus. This is about slow and steady wins the race, but too slow and you're not going to make any progress. So it's also about trust, patience, sensuality. A little bit of that can go a long way. Wow. Person on the right, Virgo's person, whoever was the second person, you have Neptune. Neptune's about to go direct. No, it's going direct today. This is where you realize a lot of things and you have like an epiphany, maybe. Sometimes Neptune can show up. It's great for like creativity and romance. Absolutely. It's the higher octave of Venus. And maybe that's what you feel for Virgo. But at the same times, it can be like, maybe it's not what you think it is. Because a lot of the times, what we do is we feel such a strong connection towards somebody and we project our feelings onto that person, thinking that they're being reflected back onto us. I'm not saying this person doesn't have feelings for you. I don't know your personal situation, but sometimes Neptune can be like that pond that you look into, and like, it's like you see yourself, but it's not really. It's just like you see a lot of waves, and it's so I don't know. Wow, that was a deep reading. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Thank you guys so much. If you'd like to get a little bit deeper with me, you can visit violettaalexis.com to book a personal reading with me. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. I have goodies there as well. And also, if you guys have not, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, still hit it and just click the turn on all notifications for this channel or whatever. So that way you guys can definitely get notified. Make sure that you like the video as well if you have not. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to Libra. Wow, that reading was deep. What's up, Chad? I'm good. How are you? All right, Libra. Six of Swords and your feelings. How you view your person is the Chariot. Future actions, the Star Seed. Okay. Your person's feelings, the Sun. How they see you is the Six of Wands. Wow. Okay. And the King of Swords for their future actions. Wow, I actually love it. Let's take a look at that Six of Swords for your feelings. God, I don't even want to clarify. The Hermit in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse, High Priestess in reverse. Okay. Well, I think that you realized that there was a lot of things that maybe you were ignoring in regards to your mental health. It could also be that you realized that you were really suppressing your potential because of your mental health, or because you were dealing with something that was like an emotional whirlwind for you. It seems like you feel better, or you're about to feel better next week. You start realizing like who you are, what your purpose is. Everything that you've been looking for has been inside of you the entire time. And for a lot of you, you're kind of like putting something to the test in regards to what it is that you've been working on in regards to yourself. It seems like you're maybe implementing it into this connection. I don't mean directly necessarily, but maybe it's like whatever you, even if you guys are not in contact, maybe it's like everything that you've been learning, you're now applying, and you're like, you know what, I can just accept this apology I never got, or I can just simply move on or close the door on this. Or maybe it's something that you actually feel like you want to resolve with this person, and it feels like it's more so about like your part in something. It doesn't feel bad though. It looks good. All right, let's see. We have the Chariot here. The Hierophants. Wow. So there may have been something where, um, you know, uh, making something harder than it needs to be, like this person maybe has realized making things harder than it needs to be is just simply a waste of time. It's almost giving me the sense of like working smarter, not harder in the connection. Now, I'm going to be honest, for my Libras that view their person like a piece of shit, this isn't for you. You're viewing this as somebody who very much is not afraid to stand up for what they believe in regards to their morals, their values, their fundamental structures, their beliefs, their rigid, religious, spiritual beliefs, whatever it may be. Somebody who's marriage potential, maybe you're married to this person. I have no idea, but you feel like this is somebody who's not afraid to explore this, who's not afraid to move forward with this and actually commit. And some of you are actually in a relationship already. It just feels like maybe there was a little bit of a hump or something to mm, overcome. And it looks like that's happening. This is pretty clear cut. Something about the star seed. The death card. I need one more. Oh, these are very powerful cards, Libra. The moon in reverse. I like this. You're doing something a little bit different. Like you're owning like your purpose. Like you're owning your purpose. You're doing something a little bit different. You're doing something off the cuff, like maybe even when it comes to this relationship, but you're really letting your authentic self shine. And I'm wondering if that's because like the South Node going through your sign, it's like, all right, we're letting go of the shit we don't need anymore, right? The South Node can also, for me, act like a filter a little bit, or it's like maybe you're bringing back a part of you that you let go of because of what somebody else said, right? Or what somebody else thought, or who knows. And Libra, sometimes you guys have, have that flaw, right? Where you listen too much what everybody else says, and it's because, you're Libras, you're about other people, right? And so it's very important to you how other people feel and blah blah blah, what other people think at times. um but it's also a great talent that you have as well. But now you're like in this point of your life where you're okay with doing things a little bit differently, or maybe you're okay with being a little unconventional, or maybe you're changing that. Maybe you want to be more conventional in a relationship. I mean, I don't know, but it's like there's something that you're changing in regards to like your authentic self, or you're bringing it back, or you're letting go of some kind of fears. Like it's almost like you realize that the darkness is a part of life in some way, or the hard times are kind of like a part of life as well. I like it though. It shows a huge evolution coming from your side of things. So Libra's person, hi, I'm going to speak to you directly now. Flip the rules if you need to, okay? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So you have the sun in your feelings for Libra. Queen of Swords in reverse. Well, that's Libra. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Magician in reverse. I think that at times you do have doubts, like when it comes to Libra, like you do have like doubt that maybe you feel like you don't have enough money. Maybe you feel like you don't have what it takes to like see something through. But through all of that, I think that you're trying to remain optimistic. Like this makes me feel like you want Libra to shine, just because if you're looking at this, right, I want to show you. So this is how you're seeing Libra. Now, over here, right? This is Libra. If you look at this guy, he's looking away, but you're looking at how you see Libra. This is how you see Libra, not necessarily Libra's authentic truth, which make me feel like you sometimes may shine a light on Libra's like flaws a little bit, but still you're like optimistic about it. Like you're like it's fine. But the sun is enemies with Venus, and this is Venus. So maybe there's something you don't particularly like about Libra, and you may doubt that you can make it, but you're only looking at the way you see Libra and not necessarily the way that he or she truly is. Six of Wands for how you see Libra. The Seven of Cups. I I don't like it. I hate to say that. I hate to be a negative Nancy because I was like, oh, this looks great, but like I don't particularly care for it because this just makes me feel like you see Libra as like a stepping stone, or you look at Libra like as a fantasy. Like the 7 of Cups is like elusive, like it's an illusion, it's just a fantasy. Because remember when I said you're not really looking at Libra for who they authentically are, you're just seeing them in the way that you want to see them. Like, oh, they get a lot of attention, they have a lot of options there. And yes, Libras are beautiful people, like don't get it twisted, but it's like you're just viewing them for like like their status or their, you know what I mean, or their sexiness, or something like that. When you feel like Libra has done so much work on themselves, and like you see it, whether they had fears, addictions, whatever it was that was holding them back, you feel like they let go of that, and like they're getting some kind of attention next week. And like that's what you're focused on. You're not focused on like the authenticity of them. You know, maybe they're big on social media and like that's what you're focused on. You're like, wow, you know, but you're not like, you don't care to know what's behind. I don't know. I mean, I hate to sound so negative, but like if that's what I get, that's what I get. The King of Swords for your future actions. The Eight of Wands in reverse. What's that Eight of Wands in reverse? The King of Pentacles. Mm, you're like being open and you're being polite, and right, the King of Swords is very polite, right? He's not like an asshole. He's very polite, he's very like friendly, but you know, he's a little out of the box, you know, but with his thinking, but we love that, right? But the Eight of Wands in reverse made me feel like you're telling you're being open and all of that, but you're not telling the whole truth. And I asked, well, what is that? And then I got the King of Pentacles, which makes me feel like there's something in the 3D reality that you feel like Libra could offer you, that I don't know. I mean, which it's not like a bad thing to like want that, but it makes me feel like you're disregarding who they truly are. Like you have ulterior motives. I don't know. Because, like, what happens when that's not there anymore? I don't know. Anyway, so Libra, your advice is conjunction. Give me a 6 Cups in reverse. Well, if we're looking at, see, a conjunction could go either way. It could be really, really negative, or it could be really, really positive. So it could really go either way, or it could be somewhere in between. Um, I got the 6 of Cups in reverse for what was clarifying this, which kind of makes me feel like, because the 6 of Cups in the upright is like a blessing from the universe, but the 6 of Cups in reverse, I mean, this is Scorpio sun. So if this is in reverse, this makes me feel like there's somebody who's manipulating something, or there's somebody who feels like you're a blessing, and you may feel like this person is a blessing, but it's going to end up being a blessing in disguise because you're going to learn a lesson from it. That's what it makes me feel like. Uh, Speaking of Scorpio, ooh, wow. So this is Libra's person. You got Pluto. This is about manipulation, jealousy, um, you know, things unseen, things hidden. You're going to be exposed. I'm not going to lie. I feel like you're going to be exposed at some point, whether you do it yourself accidentally or who knows, but I feel like there are things that you need to take a hold of when it comes to your own personal power, and like the things that you need to change on a personal level, instead of like hoping that Libra will change it for you, like change your circumstances, change your financial situation, change your status. You know, it's like ugh. Just be cautious with that. So, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements, it was an absolute pleasure. If this reading resonated and you would like to get deeper with me, you can book a reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Also, make sure that you follow my Instagram and my Twitter for daily tarot shit. Okay. All that information is up here. Also, make sure that you like the video as it helps my channel get into the algorithm. Make sure that you comment, share, and also whether you are already subscribed or you're not, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed, you're going to see, or if you're not, you're going to see turn on all notifications. Make sure that you guys are turning on all notifications so that way you can make sure to get notified. And perfect segue into Scorpio. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Well, that sucks, to be honest. What's up, Christopher? Thank you, Fire Dove. All right, what do we have for Scorpios? You're welcome, Mother and Son. All right, Scorpio. In your feelings, the Magician in reverse. How you view your person is no in reverse. Okay, that's interesting. The Eight of Wands in reverse. Wow, for your actions are okay. Your person's feelings is the Three of Wands. How they see you is the Ten of Wands. And their actions is the Six of Pentacles. Very opposite energy, if I may be so bold. Let's take a look at that Magician in reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You're pretty apprehensive. Like, you're pretty apprehensive. I don't think that I'll be honest, Scorpio. I don't feel like you have an intention to like take this serious or plant like a solid seed in the ground. Um, because you feel like you don't have, it may be that you feel like you don't, because the magician, right? The magician in the upright, he has all of the elements available to him. He has the pentacles, which is like the 3D, the practical, right? He has which is like, can be money. He has the wand, which is like the inspiration, the passion for it. He has the cups, which is the love for it. He has the swords, which is like the mind for it, right? Or the ability to talk or whatever. But you feel like you don't have the money, maybe, okay? Or you feel like you don't really have the intent to plant any seed at all or like take it serious, like I said. Because you may feel like there's something just off about this, or you're like, I don't know. Like there's something where you feel like you got to play it safe with something because you don't trust it or something like that. It's a big surprise, right, Scorpio? Let's see. So now we have no in reverse for how you are perceiving your person. The Tower in reverse. So no in reverse to me is a yes. You feel like this person's holding on to you. Do you feel like they're not letting you go? I need one more. Do you feel like they're trying to hold on to you and make plans? I mean, the Tower is you. Do you feel like they're trying to, like, yes, I want this. I want to make plans. I want to decide. I want to do this, right? Like, almost like they're certain about it and they're like giving in to something. But do you feel like they're giving in to you? Whatever that means. Like they were willing to compete for you, fight for you, give into this? Do you feel like they have a choice between two people? You feel like they have a choice that they're getting ready to make, like they're getting ready to plan something, but they haven't quite made the step. I'm sorry, plan what? The Page of Pentacles in reverse? Oh, I see what's going on. You guys are having a standoff. So to me, this is you guys having a standoff. You haven't planted the seed because they haven't mentioned it, or they're not planting the seed because you haven't mentioned it. It just feels like two people with a gun like this. Who's gonna shoot first? That's what that feels like to me. So it could be anything like in regards to like moving together, getting married, actually going on a date, or getting back together, or it's like just sitting there like this, you know? Eight of Wands in reverse for your future actions. The King of Pentacles. King of Swords, Nine of Wands. There's a final push with something, because the Nine of Wands is right before the 10, right? So there's a final push, but you're not there yet. Like, you're not there yet to fully commit to something because something hasn't been talked about, or maybe distance is an issue, or like something has to be talked about and like solidified. Like, it just feels like something's in the air. Like, so you guys aren't talking about something. God, y'all are stressing me out today. Like, there needs to be like a very responsible decision. Like, and that once this is talked about and once it's committed to, then you're gonna have to fight for it. You're gonna have to fight for it, and then you're gonna have to that one last push. Thank you, Manju. I hope I said that right. I just know I didn't. Bitch, I almost said man juice. Like, no, I'm so glad I did not pronunciate the C. Thank you. Thank you. This is your introduction to my channel. This is why nobody stays subscribed. Blessings to you as well. So, Scorpio's person, I'm going to go ahead and speak directly to you now. Reverse the roles if you need to. All right. We have the Three of Wands for your feelings for Scorpio. The Sun. Okay. All right. Well, you're very optimistic. You are really optimistic. You're not afraid. You're like, what are you talking about? Make the plan. I already have the plan. I just want to go forth with the plan. Like, can we do this? Right? Like, you're inspired. You feel inspired to do it. You're like, fuck yeah. Um, where you maybe have held back for a while, like you've been trying to be responsible and kind of figure it out. You're like, no, I want to do this. Like, come on, give me a little bit of encouragement, right? Six of Wands is, I believe it's Mars and Leo. And it's like, it's like how we get motivated is by feeding off of kind of that validation a little bit. Like, yes. And there's double Leo energy here. Maybe some of you have a Leo placement, but it's like you just kind of want a little bit of encouragement from Scorpio to give you the go ahead, because I feel like you're all steam ahead, honey. Yes, FG, this is Scorpio's person. All right. So then we have the 10 of Wands. Melanie, thank you so much for the super chat question. So the 10 of Wands for how you view Scorpio, Knight of Wands. Yeah, see? 3 Pentacles in reverse, 8 of Wands in reverse. So you feel like Scorpio don't want to talk about it because you guys, maybe Scorpio's not on the same page. Maybe Scorpio doesn't want the same things as you or something like that. And you kind of feel like they're like, no, I have so much going on. I have too many responsibilities. Because you feel like they're in the middle, like they're getting ready to complete something on their own. But you feel like they're kind of a little like a chicken with its head cut off when it comes to completing something with you, possibly. But I think that you feel like they are um making this harder on themselves than need be. But there's something that needs to be like talked about. You know what I'm saying? All right. We have the Six of Pentacles for your future actions. The Magician. Yeah, bitch. Oh, wow. 10 of Pentacles, the World in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse. This isn't just about love, is it, bitch? No, there's something else. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing because I think you're willing to do your share. But there could be like something getting in the way. Like it could be I love this lip gloss. My best friend just came out with a makeup line, but he let me test the product and it's like this pH lip gloss and it like changes in regards to the color of your pH, which is so interesting. But I really freaking I love the color. It like gets a little bit darker over time. Anyway, so but it feels like there's something like maybe emotionally on your end that still needs to be talked about, that needs to be kind of discussed or but see that King of Cups is Scorpio. So I feel like it almost feels like it's the ball is in Scorpio's court. That's what it just feels like to me. You feel like you have what it takes, you know? Scorpio's coming out with the Magician in reverse, which is like, I don't know, I doubt this. But you're like, I don't. You know, you're like, I'm ready to give to this. I don't know what the fuck you're doing. You know, that's kind of like. So Scorpio or whoever the first person was, you got fire. So this is like, okay, get fucking motivated. You know, whether this is like you want to be with this person or you don't. This is like get motivated. Maybe this is what you feel like you're missing. Like you feel like you don't have the oomph. You know, you feel like maybe you need more encouragement or more confidence even when it comes to this connection or passion or what have you. Ooh, Scorpio's person, you got the South Node. Can you give me a clarifier on that, please? The 8 of Wands is coming up again. This could be distance. Like, if there is distance between you, that could be the thing that's like fucking this up. But it could also be like something that needs to be said, something that needs to be talked about. And I don't know what it is, but it's something this keeps coming up. This 8 of Wands in reverse, this 8 of Wands keeps coming up. And this could be like distance, like I said, some kind of blockage. It could be money is the blockage. And it could also just be like something where you guys need to get fucking serious and like talk about something. Like big picture, little picture stuff. Because it's Mercury and Sagittarius. Mercury is about the details, and Sagittarius is about like the bigger picture. So it's like, what do you guys need to work out in regards to that? Alexis, thank you so much for that super chat question. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you guys would like to get a little bit deeper when it comes to your reading, you can go to violettaalexis.com and book a personal reading with me there. Make sure that you're also following me on Instagram and Twitter. All that information can obviously be found on the screen or in the description box below. Make sure that you guys also like the video as it does help push my video through the algorithm. Comment, share, and if you have not subscribed, make sure that you're subscribed. When you do subscribe, or if you're already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications for my channel. So let's go ahead and move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius's feelings is the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, the 10 of Pentacles for how you view your person. Future actions is the Moon. Your person's feelings, Queen of Swords. The 7 of Wands in reverse for how they perceive you, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse for their future actions. So let me go ahead and, oh yes, Alexis, the 20th super chat on the stream. Meow. What's up, Brandon? All right, let's see. Something about that 9 of Pentacles for Sagittarius. The Star in reverse. The Death in reverse and the 5 of Cups. Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I think that you are very much focused on like self, looking good, feeling good, smelling good. I really don't need anybody, or you're very self-focused. And it's because you are there's something that you're still not over when it comes to this person specifically. That doesn't mean you don't see a future with them, or that doesn't mean that you don't love them. There's just something that you're like, ugh, I'm really having a hard time like letting go of that thing. So you're kind of like, well, my best bet is to pour into myself, you know? It's like when in doubt, self, right? Then you have the 10 of whoops, the 10 of Pentacles for how you view this person. So you do see them as somebody you're either A, in a relationship with, or you feel like this is somebody that you could be married to, that you could have everything with. But at the same time, you feel like they're too much of a pussy to like own up to what they did in the past, or you feel like they're too much of a pussy to make a decision, or, they're not moving forward with something. Like you just maybe feel like they have a really hard time taking accountability for things, and then they get really frustrated or frazzled, and then it's like, okay, well, now this is going nowhere. However, you do feel like either, like I said, either A, you guys are in a relationship, or you do view them as somebody that I can really have everything with this person. But you may feel like there's still some things that need to be resolved in regards to whatever it is that you've been hanging on to in the past, because I feel like maybe at one point you were very focused on this, but now you're getting to this point where you're like, I need to fall back on me, because I need to make sure that I got me, before I put myself too much into this person in some way. That's what that looks like to me. Then you have the moon for your future actions. I'm good, Aditi. How are you? Good to see you, baby. The chariot. Well, I like it, and I'm gonna tell you why. So you have double moon here, and the reason why is because Chariot is Cancer, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. The moon in Tarot, however, is ruled by Pisces, but that's neither here nor there. Well, it kind of is, because the moon in Tarot can be like, I don't really know if what I'm seeing is real, but the moon is also about trusting our own instincts and trusting what we're feeling is leading us in the right direction. And with that chariot there, you're kind of moving full steam ahead a little bit, because you're like, no, I'm going to trust this. I'm going to trust that I'm doing this, because you may feel like this person, maybe this person needed to get a divorce for you guys to be together. Maybe they had some financial or commitment issues that they needed to fix, or whatever it is. And so you're seeing them like do that. But you're also not like being blindsided. No, blindsided is not the right word. You're also not living in la la land, because the 7 of Cups is in reverse. So it's like you're trusting yourself, but you're also trusting what you're seeing. And so you're like, okay, that's fine, but like you need to make sure that this is fucking solid. Like you need to make sure that this is closed out, or you fix this, or we fix this, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and take a look. All right. So, Sagittarius, this person, I am now going to speak directly to you. Make sure that you just flip the roles if you need to. So, you have the Queen of Swords in your feelings, 4 of Pentacles in reverse, 7 of Swords in reverse, and the 6 of Wands. Well, I mean, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say, I also think that you're a bit self focused, and that's okay. I think that. Mm, You see how this Queen of Swords, whether you're male or female, see how it's looking over here at Sagittarius? You're definitely being very observant, and you're thinking about what you want to say. And you do want to talk about something, and it could have something to do with money, or it's some kind of wise decision that you want to discuss when it comes to the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, like taking a risk, spending some money, investing, maybe taking a chance. And it's a serious conversation, because like, yes, of course you are worried about the connection, or you want to make sure that you are focused on the connection. Like, what do we want, right? That's Queen of Swords, it's Libra. But it's also like, I need to make sure that you have my back on this. Like, I need to make sure that I have your support on whatever decision this is I'm about to make. It feels very important, whatever it is. And so you may feel like you have that, maybe, or you're getting ready to ask for it next week. Then you have the 7 of Wands in reverse for how you're viewing Sagittarius. The World's in reverse. Interesting. I need one more for that. The Knight of Wands. Well, there's Sagittarius. Okay, I see. So for some of you, you feel like Sagittarius kind of like I don't want to say let go of this, but stopped like fighting for it as much because of whatever was unfinished. So let's say that it was a financial issue. Let's say that you're having financial issues, right? Whatever it is for you, I don't know what it is. Some kind of open-ended thing that you needed to fix. You may have felt like Sagittarius let off on the gas a little bit because of that issue. Although they still have passion for you, they're still there, they want to have fun, they still want to blah blah, but you may have felt like, okay, well, this may be, you may have felt like Sagittarius felt like, well, this may be a waste of my time if you're going to make this too hard on the both of us. Like, you need to fix this thing before we, get serious or whatever it may be. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse for your future actions. Ooh, okay, well, I'll take them both. Ugh. Oh my goodness. No, don't go back into old cycles, please. Please don't go back into old cycles. Like, be careful with that. Don't like start repeating past mistakes again. This is like the person that pays off their debts, and then they go and like buy a fucking boat and put themselves, $20,000 a day, or who knows? I don't know how much a fucking boat is, right? But like, be careful with that, because you may end up doing something like maybe impulsively or something like that, like a very like where you're making a decision without Sagittarius in mind, is what it feels like, and it's like hello, and so it may get to a point where it's like, all right, goodbye, so just be cautious with that, because it can feel like a betrayal to Sag. So, wow. So Sagittarius, you got house 12 for your advice. This could be about hidden enemies. This can be about addictions, mental health, what you need to release and let go of, things about the past, karma, also creativity. So maybe needing to focus on like spirituality a little bit more. This is also like where we go to isolate and kind of heal and like lick our wounds and just kind of be alone as well. And focus on like more of our mental health and creative space. So maybe there's something about that for you. I do know that if you are a Sagittarius rising specifically, I do know that Mercury will be going it'll be going retrograde in your 12th house. So there's already going to be a lot of like reflection in regards to those things anyway, and so I feel like you're going to very much need that. No. I'm sorry, that's your second house. I don't know why I thought it was your 12th house. Well, whatever the case is, I definitely feel like you're going to need to do that fucking regardless. But I would say definitely take some time out a little bit. And for Sagittarius's person, you got Scorpio. So like what's hidden underneath. This could also be about like taxes, money that you owe, right? Because it's Pluto, right? And that can be like Scorpio can be about like other people's money and money that you owe. It can also be about manipulation or needing to change things. So like what do you need to change? Like what's hidden under the surface? All right. So thank you so much. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Make sure that you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that you also hit the subscribe button and hit turn on all notifications for the channel so that way you guys can be sure to get notified. Also, if you'd like to get a little bit more deep in regards to your reading, if you feel like this reading did resonate with you, then you can visit violettaalexis.com and book a personal read with me. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to Capricorn. Capricorn's feelings, Eight of Swords in reverse. How Capricorn views their person is the Knight of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Shaman, which is the medicine healer for your actions. Your person's feelings, Two of Cups in reverse. How they see you is the Page of Cups, okay? And then their future actions is the Ace of Wands in reverse. Interesting. For some of you, this could be new, but let's see. Let me go ahead and shuffle. All right. Give me 2 more shuffles, please. All right, let's see. All right, so let's see that Eight of Swords in reverse for Capricorn's feelings. The Tower in reverse. The Ace of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Well, you definitely don't want things to stay the same. Give me one more for that. The Six of Swords, yeah, you don't want things to stay the same. You want to kind of resolve an issue or move on from something that you feel like you've just been holding it up for a long time. Okay, for some of you, it could be like it could be like a relationship that you've been in for a really long time. It's like maybe it's just not working, or maybe the way that you've been going about this connection, or the two of you have been going about this connection just isn't working. You're at this peeling. You're at this feeling where you're like, I need to make a decision on something I've been kind of delaying, or feel like I'm being stuck in making a decision with, but you realize you're not really stuck. You've just been kind of keeping yourself there. That's the Eight of Swords in reverse. The Tower in reverse is like, I don't want to change something, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But with the Eight of Swords in reverse, you're realizing something has to change if I want this to get better. And with that Six of Swords, you either are moving on from this person or you're trying to resolve something. You want equal give and take. You feel like you have a lot of love to give, but you feel like the old way is no longer working. So you're either A, trying to figure out a new way to make this work, or B, you are moving on from this person and maybe focusing on new love. You have the Knight of Wands in reverse for how you view this person. The Eight of Wands in reverse. Seven of Wands, Eight of Cups. Distance could certainly be an issue here. Distance could be an issue. But you may feel like, they just do things for attention sometimes. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse is like somebody who talks out of their ass, somebody who just says things just for attention or just to get noticed, but they don't really know what the fuck they're talking about. And you're just kind of like, ugh, God, that's really annoying. Or you feel like this person is really immature, or you feel like they're never making any progress, or they lack passion in their life. Like, what are you doing? What is the blockage? What is the problem? Um, you feel like this person is like maybe staying in the same place. Eight of Cups, Seven of Wands, you're like, dude, stand up to the competition, like evolve, like, because you feel like they haven't completed the Seven of Wands, but they're showing up as the Eight of Wands, but in reverse. And you're like, all right, you're skipping a step here. Like, what do you have to be so boastful about? It's like you feel like they talk about things they don't really understand, or they don't really know, or you just feel like they stick their foot in their mouth, and you're kind of looking at them like, like, I'm getting King of Wands in reverse. Like, you have no reason to be cocky. But at the same time, you feel like they have this sense of like high self-worth or self-value, and that's fine. But you're also looking at them like, where is that even coming from? Or not to sound shitty, but you know what I'm saying? Almost like, I wouldn't say it's exactly like this, and please don't think like I don't give a fuck what you think, to be honest. But like, this would be like a homeless man at 7-Eleven, like eating out of a trash can, and then being like, hey, like, you're going to get gas, and they're like, hey, like, I know you're trying to date me, like, what's good? And you're like, no, I'm not. And they're like, wow, fat bitch, are you serious? Like, you could never. And you're just like, dude, you're eating from a trash can. Like, what do you have to be cocky about? I'm not saying that this is this person. Like, that's a really extreme and dramatic, like, example, right? But you're just kind of like, no, like, please. It's something like that is what it feels like. So then we have the shaman, the medicine healer for your future actions. The Judgment in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Nine of Wands. It's almost like you're trying to help this person find their purpose. That's what it feels like. It's like you are trying to help it. You're not, it makes me feel like you're not really, for some of you, maybe you're letting go. Maybe you're just trying to heal yourself. You're not wanting to reconcile. Okay. That could absolutely be a thing. But the first thing that I got was you trying to like heal this person. And it could be around like their purpose, or like them being honest with themselves, taking accountability. And you may be fighting to make them see. I would be careful with that. Trying to make somebody like come out of like a spiritual coma in a way is exhausting. It is exhausting trying to get somebody to see the truth of their actions or to help raise their vibration or whatever it may be, when they are dedicated to not understanding or not committed to growth. And I'm not saying that's what it is, but it may be. So, hello, Capricorn's person. I'm now going to speak to you directly. Flip the roles if you need to. Okay. So, we have the Two of Cups in reverse for your feelings, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Magician, and the Ten of Pentacles. What? So this is Two of Cups in reverse. The Two of Cups in the upright is like, I'm understanding you. I'm committed to understanding you. There's this emotional camaraderie, right? I get you. I understand you because I want to. Two of Cups in reverse is like, I don't understand you, or feeling even misunderstood. And for some of you, if you are feeling misunderstood, that could confuse you. That can make you feel like, well, I'm not sure what to do with this. This can be a decision. We got 2 2 here. 2 + 2 = 4. 4 is like the foundation, right? It's about like it can be about like, fourth house is like Cancer, right? So it's like taking care of and nurturing and blah blah blah, but it's also like being fair and being just and like taking responsibility, but that seems to be like out the window. And I don't know if it's because you feel misunderstood, because you feel like you have every intention to commit and like go all the way with Capricorn. You're like, I have every intention on, going the mile, in a way. But at the same time, you're feeling confused because you feel misunderstood. Give me one more for that. Yeah, Eight of Swords. Like you feel stuck on being misunderstood is what it feels like. Like there's some kind of disconnect, like something tries to connect and it just kind of misses. The Page of Cups for how you view Capricorn. Queen of Swords and okay. Okay. Mm, I mean, you feel like Capricorn's giving like a little, like they're showing up, they're giving a little bit of love, whatever, but you feel like the reason is because they're triggered by you, or there's something they're not telling you, or you feel like they're really pissed off low key, but they're like showing up and they're like being nice sometimes, right? And you may feel like it's because they want change, like they want to solidify this, or they want something foundational. Once again, the Hierophant is like foundation, right? I want something to put my couch on. I want to be able to build a house on something, or I want to be able to lay my head on somebody I can count on, kind of thing. And like that's what they want. And you may feel like they feel like they're not getting that from you. It's like, okay, yeah, I'll show up as a page because you're showing up as a Knight of Wands in reverse, right? Is kind of how that's playing out. The Ace of Wands in reverse for your future actions. Ooh, yep. There's that. What did I say? I was getting that King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, I don't really. I feel like you need to grow up. If I'm going to be 100% honest with you, flip this if you need to or whatever. But I feel like you kind of need to grow up a little bit. And I'll give an explanation. Um, so the Ace of Wands in reverse and the Strength in reverse. King of Wands, Six of Wands, all in reverse. Pretty much all Leo is here, right? But it's the shadow side of Leo. So, what's the shadow side of Leo? It's childish. It's completely childish. It rules the fifth house of children. So, like Leo can be a very in its, the greatest aspect of Leo is like a leader, very strong, very has a big heart, is very generous, wonderful people to be around. in its negative light, it's boastful, it's arrogant, it is cocky as fuck and has absolutely no reason to be. And it's like, you're eating sandwiches out of a trash can. Stop acting like you're better than everybody else. You know, I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but that is like the worst parts. And it's like you are feeling entitled. You're like, "Well, I'm not gonna make any moves," because of your pride, your ego, you're feeling super entitled. You feel like, and it's like, I think that Capricorn, whoever the first person is trying to, like, help you, but you are just committed to not understanding, you know? Capricorn, you have Earth. So I like that Earth is showing up for your advice, being that you're an Earth sign. I feel like this is saying just be yourself, you know? Persistence, patience, practicality. Listen, I don't know your personal situation with this person, but trying to, you know, wake somebody up when they're in a metaphorical coma is just going to exhaust you. So I feel like this is about you and needing to work on you and focus on you and staying grounded and not allowing this person to get your head in the clouds about what could be. Ugh, house 8 for person number 2. This is your advice. Um, what are you keeping hidden? What is going on in your psyche? Because this can be about like your psychology. What's going on in your psychology that is having you act like this or be like this? You know, what do you need to change? This is also about change and transformation. There's some serious things that's going on in your psychology that you need to change. And I'm not throwing any stones whatsoever. I mean, shit, like we've all been there. Shit, I'm still there. We're always trying to change and transform, right? But you have to be committed to that. You know, you need to be committed to that. Because house 8 is also about other people, and you have somebody here that's probably like your partner or whatever it may be. You have somebody here who's trying to help you, and you're just kind of shitting on them. And this can also be about karma, so don't fuck around. You know what I mean? So thank you. Sorry to be so crass. But thank you so much, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. All of that information can be found on the screen, which is right here. Also, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you have not. And when you hit the little subscribe button, make sure that you hit turn on all notifications for this channel or whatever it says, so that way you can definitely get notified when I go live. So let's go ahead and take a look at Aquarius. Aquarius's feelings, Page of Pentacles in reverse, how you view your person, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, your future actions, Caution in reverse, your person's feelings, Seven of Swords in reverse, god damn, the world and the upright for how they perceive you, and their future actions, Page of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. So let's see. All right, let's take a look at that Page of Pentacles in reverse, Aquarius. Judgment in reverse. Yikes. Okay. Well, you feel like you are not being appreciated. You're like, I don't really know if I need to put in any effort in here anymore. Maybe you were very determined at one point to do so. Maybe you were very determined to try to get on the same page, etc. All of that, but you're kind of at this point where you're like, I really feel like I'm not being heard, or I feel like I'm being misunderstood, or why do I keep trying to put an effort into this when nothing is really happening? Um, You haven't made, like, a definitive decision. This is kinda making me feel like there's a little bit of a delay because, like, I feel like there's a determination or a desire to wanna get on the same page, but it's like when someone's not listening, stop talking to them is kinda what I'm getting. And you're getting to this point where you feel like you basically deserve more. I mean, this is pretty point blank period. You just feel like you deserve more than what you're getting. Like, you feel like you are more valuable than that. So it's like You know, you if you're trying to get a gumball out of a gumball machine and you put in a quarter and you do the thing and a gumball doesn't come out, you're like, what the hell? So maybe you might try a second time, but if it doesn't come out again, you're gonna be like, all right, there's something fucking broken. Why do I keep putting quarters in here? You know? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse for how you view your person. Yes, I will, Angel. The Seven of Swords in reverse. Well, it's interesting because that's their feelings. Um, you feel like they have a guilty conscience about why something didn't work out, or about why they didn't put in the effort, or why they didn't fully commit, or why the fuck you didn't get a gumball out of the machine. You know? And there may be this like, maybe they just wanted you to let that go. You know, maybe they just wanted you to forgive them or whatever the case is. Um but it's like, I don't think it's that easy, I want to say. I think it's more complicated than that. And you may have felt as well like this person is just selfish. Like everything they do it for them. And you're like, okay, well, there's two of us here. And so you're kind of at this point where you're probably thinking, well, I'm just not going to put my quarter in the gumball machine anymore. I'm just going to walk away and go to a different machine, you know, or whatever. Because you feel like they're being selfish. Then you got caution in reverse. Hierophant. Oh, God, be careful, Aquarius. Well, I like that the star is here, but I don't like that. No, I feel like it now. This makes me feel like you're putting distance between you and this person. I think that maybe you were afraid to like let go, right? Hierophant. Whoops. Hierophant can be second house. You do have Saturn in your second house of your self-worth, your self-value, what you're holding on to, what you possess. And with that caution in reverse, maybe where you were afraid to let go before, you just kind of feel like somebody doesn't align with your morals, your values, your priorities. Maybe you don't feel like you're being made a priority. And so you're kind of at this point where you're probably drawing up a boundary and putting some space, is what it feels like, because this is you. This is distance. You're putting some space between you and this person because you don't feel appreciated. So Aquarius, this person, I'm going to speak directly to you now as if you were here. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but reverse the rules if you need to. So we have the Seven of Swords in reverse for your feelings. Page of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups and the Temperance. Well, I don't know what the issue is, because some of you may be a moon in Aquarius for that Seven of Swords to show up twice. But regardless, you may be feeling a little guilty, or you feel guilty because you may have played the victim, or you may have mass manipulated this person or victimized yourself for whatever reason because you were putting yourself first. And who knows? And that's okay to put yourself first sometimes. We're not saying like there's something wrong with putting yourself first, but you're feeling guilty about something. Actually, need one more. The Nine of Cups, told you. The Nine of Cups is like me. It's about me. It's about my contentment. Because, it's showing me that you are in love with Aquarius. So there's something very, very strong here. But you feel like putting yourself has been a problem for Aquarius. Like, why is it so bad why do I need to feel guilty for putting myself first? I feel like there's a misunderstanding here, because it doesn't feel like you have bad intentions, Aquarius's person. It just feels like, now I don't know who's right or wrong, or I don't give a fuck. Listen, whatever, dude. Like, it's your situation. But Cassie, thank you so much for that super chat question. But it's like you feel guilty for being content or putting yourself first when you feel like you shouldn't feel that way. And there's this, God, I love Aquarius so much. I'm in love with Aquarius or whatever. And maybe you're trying to be emotionally mature about it. I feel like I don't know. It makes me think that you've maybe tried to make sacrifices. Let's see. That world energy. The Four of Wands, the Ace of, well, I mean, you feel like Aquarius does have a lot of love to give. You're sexually attracted to them. Maybe they're a creative of some sort, or it's just like there's this strong inspiration. You feel like they're attracted to you. You may be very inspired by them. And with that world and that Four of Wands, I don't know. Do you feel like they kind of ended a cycle between the two of you? But it feels like a new one's about to begin this week or something like that. Or like Aquarius is going to ask you out or something's going to happen here. But it feels good. You're viewing it as good, as positive. So something positive is coming out of this. Like an old cycle isn't working anymore. Let's look at that Page of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. Ooh, yeah, see, a cycle's closing. Either in regards to like playing the blame game or if there was a third party, like that's ending. But it could be like playing the blame game. Vanessa Williams, thank you so much for that super chat question. Like we're ending that or something, like or a lack of decision being made or not responding from our higher selves or something like that. And it looks like whatever this effort was that was put into, we're going back and we're kind of revisiting that. So I don't think it's bad. It feels more of like a misunderstanding, if I'm going to be honest. So Aquarius or whoever the first person was, I like this. So you got Trine. This is like, I'm not saying it's not going to like take some work, but I think the more easygoing that you are about something, you're going to realize how much easier something falls into your lap. So I feel like acting more in like, I don't want to say like in a feminine way, but like allowing yourself to receive and just kind of like be cool with it, right? Maybe a little mutable is going to go a long way. And then for Aquarius's person or whoever the second person was, you have Cancer. So this is about also being vulnerable. This is about being vulnerable, nurturing yourself, nurturing this person, taking care of yourself as well, protecting yourself in some cases. And I feel like vulnerability for the both of you would actually go a long way. I don't think that this is bad. Any of this is bad. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Thank you so much. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And whether you are already subscribed or you're not, just make sure that you do hit the subscribe button and click turn on all notifications so that way you guys can get notified every time that I go live, okay? Or every time I post a video. You can also book a reading with me at violettaalexis.com. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. So let's see here. Let's move on to Pisces. All right, let's see. Pisces feelings. We have the mystery card in this deck. It's like whatever your intuition tells you. We have the Page of Wands in reverse for how you view this person. We have masks in reverse for your future actions. Oh, God. Your person's feelings, 10 of Cups in reverse. How they see you is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And their future actions is the 3 of Cups. Okay. So let's go ahead. Cora Bell, you crack me up. All right, let's see. Last shuffle. All right. So let's see the mystery card for your feelings. Ooh. Reverse this if you need to. I'm just going to say that right now. You know exactly how to get what you want, is what that looks like to me. You know exactly how to get what you want. Some of you are a bit of a gaslighter, if I'm going to be honest. That's what I'm feeling intuitively. A lot of you guys gaslight, and you guys are smart about it too. And I don't know how you do it specifically, but there's something that you want from this person, like either their status or money or something like that. But it's like you're manipulating them into thinking that like you're doing for them, which I just don't believe to be true. It's definitely giving, like, user abuser vibes. I'm not calling you an abuser, but it's, like, giving that vibe, like, gaslighter, "Oh, all everything I've done for you," or something, like, definitely playing the blame game. Yeah, 6 of Cups in reverse. "Oh, remember that thing that I did, blah, 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 at this time." Like, I don't like it. Dancing, thank you so much for that super chat question. How you view this person is the Page of Wands in reverse. The Fool? Well, you feel like they're naive. I feel like you're taking advantage of it. You think that this person is naive and you're totally taking advantage of it. Um, you view this as somebody who just kind of maybe goes along with whatever you feel because maybe they've been vulnerable with you, or they're like ready to totally go for it, or express their love to you, etc. And I feel like you're taking advantage of it. I hate to say that, but I feel like you're taking advantage of it. Like I said, Pisces, if this is not you, feel free to wait for the next person because that may be your side. But um for some of you, you felt like this person has tried to move on from you, but they keep getting sucked back in or easily manipulated back in. Either because you're trying to make them jealous, or you like it's like you prey on their weak spots and then you use it against them or something like that. And then we have Mask in reverse. So this is like the wolf in sheep's clothing, but it's in reverse. So I feel like you're revealing something here. The Queen of Wands, the Lovers, the Six of Cups. I need one more. What's that? High Priestess in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse. So I'm just going to be real, like straight up, and you can like it or not. I really don't give a shit, but I'm just going to be real with you, right? And like, listen, we've all been there. I've used people before. Like we've all used people, okay? But like I'm going to tell you right now, this is never going to play out for you in the way that you want it. And the reason why that you're trying to make this person feel like you're the one doing for them, and you're trying to gaslight them about their reality or whatever it is because you don't really have anything, or you think that you don't really have anything to offer, and you feel like this person is the gateway, or you feel like this person has the power, but you want to gaslight their reality into making them think that they're powerless, so that way you can have power over what you view as powerful. And let me know how far that gets you. Because one day you are going to realize how many people that you shit on, and you're going to be crying to yourself in the corner and masturbating alone. Oh, Lindsay, of course, I would be totally honored. Thank you. What's up, Matt? I'm dead, Matt, right? And I feel like it's going to be this person that exposes you eventually, because they're going to realize. I think that you underestimate this person. I think you underestimate them because you're taking their kindness for weakness. So, hello, Pisces person, or if you're Pisces, whatever the case is, reverse it if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and speak to you directly. Okay. You have the 10 of Cups in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Cups. You know, you feel like you're maybe you're being a little wooed, right? But it's like not really up to your standard, or it's like the same shit different day. You don't really feel emotionally supported. You're just kind of acting like everything's fine, but really deep down inside you don't feel cared for. You know, you feel a little insecure. I feel like sometimes you guys try to ignore it, or you guys try to push it off, or act like it's not there, whatever the case is, but it's hurting you. You never feel good enough. You never feel perfect enough. And that's exactly how this person wants you to feel. Interesting that in their feelings is the King of Pentacles in reverse, and in your feelings is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. But it's how we go about turning that in the upright that really defines our character, right? Anna Banana, good to see you. Thank you so much. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse for how you view this person. Ten of Swords. Ugh. So you feel like they don't take responsibility for their mishap on things, you know, or how they fucked up in the past or whatever it is. You know, you feel like they don't take responsibility um for what happened. You feel like they're never happy with anything. Nothing is ever good enough. Nothing is ever pretty enough, or you know, just good enough. You may feel like all this person cares about is money or status or what everybody else thinks or whatever. And you just feel like they've betrayed you. They've betrayed you for it or because of it or something like that because they feel like crap about themselves. You have the Three of Cups here. You don't want to let them go, but at the same time, you know the truth. It's crazy. People who love really hard, right? People who love really hard, they pour so much. They have so much love to like give. They just want somewhere, they just want someone or something to put it into. Like, God, please, somebody take this off of my hands because they have so much to give. And people see that. People that don't have as much to give or can't fulfill their own cup, they see that and they become vampiric, or they already are vampiric. And vampires prey on the essence of a person, the humanity of a person, the life force of a person. And um the source, the person who has all of that love to give, if they would just turn it around and put it into themselves, I mean, truly an investment in self. Because what happens when you invest into something? Right? When you invest into something so much, even if it's money, it becomes very important to you. You can't lose that thing. Like, I'm very invested into my YouTube channel. I put a lot of energy here. I put a lot of hard work here. I'm very invested in my channel. And imagine if um it got taken away from me, right? God forbid, right? How would I feel about that? Right? So it's like, what are we putting our time and our money, our energy into? Because that's what tells you what is so important. And it's going to be harder for you to let go or to lose it, but it's not. If this is what's happening, you're not really losing anything. You're actually gaining. I had somebody before who all they did was take and take and take until there was nothing left to take. I mean, I even looked different. I looked like I had been starved. Like, it's crazy. And it got to a point where they took so much, there was nothing left to feed off of except bone marrow. And you need to be careful with this. Vanessa Williams, thank you so much for that super chat question. So for the first person, oh, I shouldn't listen. I shouldn't even put that out there, but we'll be fine. So for the first person, you got Gemini. Um, this is about curiosity, intellect, networking, needing to make a choice, needing to make a very serious decision. Feel like you need to learn your lesson. No, I'm just kidding. Give me one for this. Mm, I just feel like you're crazy. No, I'm just kidding. I just feel like you really need to reevaluate what you think you deserve. Like, and I'm not saying that you don't deserve love. Everybody deserves love, but you need to really be fucking honest with yourself. Like, you need to really be honest with yourself and start um really figuring out like why you're like this, or like what you think you're going to get in the end from this. I think that you have a lot of learning to do still when it comes to you and the energy that you put into something. I just feel like it's the manipulation for me. Give me one more card for that. Yeah, Knight of Swords is Gemini again. Ugh, I feel like it's trying to tell me something and I can't. I'm not getting it. Figuring out. I feel like it's telling you that you need to learn boundaries for one thing. But this can also be like this is Pisces, this 8 of Cups. So this make me feel like with that Gemini and that Pisces and the double Gemini cards with that Knight of Swords, this make me feel like there's something that you need to let go of in regards to like an old mindset. And like also understanding that this is Saturn in Pisces. And like what you say or what you're doing now, you don't realize that you're going to pay very big. You know what I mean? Not to sound shitty, but like in a bad way. So a person on the right or a second person, your advice is house 11. So this is about like networks, your biggest dreams, your biggest goals, your biggest aspirations. I feel like leaning on a friend right now would be very smart to do. I also think that like joining a group or something like that. Maybe you like tarot. Maybe you need to join, here. I don't know. Maybe you need to join a writing group. Maybe you need to join an acting group or something that is about like your dream, right? Your goal, something that's important to you and not so much about what this person's goal and dream is. It's about you and involving yourself with like-minded people and that people that are going to be able to give you advice specifically about this person, okay? Or just in general. So Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure. Make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe. When you hit the subscribe button, make sure that you hit turn on all notifications for this channel. That way you can get notified every time I go live or every time I do post a video. If you'd like to get a little deeper with me, you can visit violettaalexis.com and book a personal reading with me. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I have lots of goodies there as well. So thank you so much, you guys. Lori and Rick, thank you so much for being here. We're going to go ahead and do super chat questions now. And thank you to everyone who joined, liked, shared, subscribed, whatever the case is. Glad to have you here as per. All right, we're going to go here. Remember, guys, $20 and up will get an oracle card or an advice message. All right. V with the T, bitch, that's cute. V with the T, honey? I like it. V with the T. Oh, God. Oh my God, my knees. My knees. Oh, okay. Damn, I took way too long on these readings. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Karmic Karen. Alrighty, let's see. Power of the P. When it comes to business, what might the cards hint at, as in suggest where to put forth focus? Oops, let me take off that Pisces. Hold on. Let me take off that Pisces shit. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, let's see. Going back to basics is what I'm getting with this, with that Knight of Cups in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. Going back to basics, going back to what you truly authentically like love to do. Like, um, like I had to get back in touch with my passion again. Like when it came to tarot, I was like, ugh, right. Cause I really wasn't seeing results. I kind of like, failed a little bit and deleted all my every single video from 2021. I was like, right. Cause everybody kept reporting everything on purpose and like whatever. And like I needed to like remember why I did tarot in the first place and why it moved me so much. Like needing to get back to that and make a decision from that place. So whatever that means to you, you know what I mean? And then I know you said what's coming for love, power of the P. You had your second question. I know it was a business question, but I had saw like when I looked earlier, you said make this a love question. I didn't mean to repeat it. So let me see what we have for love. We have the Emperor and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like the masculine is clearly going to be taking charge, setting proper boundaries, possibly even taking care of you in some way, really manning up or stepping up to the plate in some way and being very invested. It looks like they're getting ready to make some kind of very important investment decision. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's emotional. I don't know if that's physical. I'm not really sure, but they're getting ready to make it. They're just really taking their sweet ass time. He almost looks contemplative, doesn't he, with his hands like that? All right. So thank you so much. Let's go ahead and move on to the spirit room. Will S come back? He's thinking about it with the Two of Wands, but it stresses him out to think about it. He's like, do I do this or do I just move on? Six of Cups in reverse and the Star in reverse. It stresses him out to think about because he's thinking the worst. He's imagining that if he did come back, he's imagining like, oh God, this is gonna happen all over again. The past is gonna repeat itself. He's still holding a grudge of some sort, or feels like you are. And he feels like there's not really a whole lot of hope or like healing, or it's like he's not really he's thinking about it, but he feels like maybe the juice isn't worth the squeeze, or he's feeling like it's just going to end up being an absolute disaster. So right now, he's thinking about it, but they aren't the best thoughts. So for now, he could go one way or the other, but I feel like he doesn't want to give in to his fears. So I'm gonna say for right now, no, unless something changes. Thank you so much, Spirit Room. Alexis, what will the outcome be between me and my Pisces? Oops, excuse me. The Empress. Careful of getting pregnant. If you can get pregnant, be careful of getting pregnant. Okay, I'm going to tell you that right now. Hold on. Okay, I like this actually. So this is showing me that the Pisces clearly thinks that you're gorgeous, stunning, beautiful, whatever the case. Like I said, careful of getting pregnant. It looks like if there's been any kind of like rejection or disappointing situation, somebody's going to come to their senses about something and speak a point of truth, or trying to find out something is what it looks like. It's not negative. It just feels like somebody's rushing in to discuss their own personal issues. I fucked up. I did this. I don't know why I'm this way or something. It's like coming out of a disappointing situation. I feel like you're going to be very receptive to it. So I don't see anything bad. It looks positive to me. Thank you so much, Alexis. Jamie Lee. Hey, Brady. Will A regret letting our relationship go? How will they feel about letting it go? No, I don't think so. With that Five of Wands and the Nine of Cups, it feels like they got really sick of like the fighting or the arguments, or like their ego kept getting in the way or something like that. So the Nine of Cups is like, I'm kind of content with what happened. Like I'm content with where it's at because I want my peace, basically. As crappy as that sounds, Jamie, I'm really sorry. Things could always change. Jamie Lee for round number 2. Is there still a chance to reconcile with A? And what can I do to make it happen? chance to reconcile with A. King of Wands, karmic soul tribe in reverse. Maybe for sex. You know, I hate to say that. Maybe for sex, but this is somebody that may feel like there's something inauthentic about this, or there's something that doesn't quite connect like it should. But what can she do to make it happen? The Four of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This is kind of like playing the waiting game. The Four of Pentacles is like Saturn. This is like waiting. The Four of Pentacles is also not really stepping a toe out of line, because right now it's just not something that I think he can handle. I think he needs to have his space. I think that this is somebody who actually having space might actually benefit the both of you in some way. So I would say kind of let this go right now. Thank you so much, Jamie. I hope everything works out. I'm thinking about you. Karma Sutra. Hi there. Please let me know what is coming up for me in December. Absolutely. The World in reverse and the Temperance in reverse, something that you felt like was very complicated to either make work out, or something that you left that was open-ended, like something that you left in the past that still needs to like close out or still needs to complete, or something that you need to succeed at. You're going to have an opportunity to bring this back because it's something that was left open-ended that you're not content with. I'm not happy how that went. I want a do-over. So there might be like a sense of a do-over. Thank you, Karma. Michelle P. My ex Gemini Aaron came back, and I want to know if we are meant to come back together and for what purpose. Thank you. Absolutely. Are they meant to come back together? Seven of Swords and the Strength. What purpose? I don't think so, in my personal opinion, just with that Seven of Swords and the Strength. This to me is more so like needing to hold back, needing to take account for what has already transpired, was already happened, needing to protect oneself, and needing to, you know, like I said, kind of hold back in some way. Because I feel like something's just going to repeat itself. We're going to be having to pretend like we're okay with something when we're not, or somebody is going to drop the ball again, or, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse can be somebody who like keeps trying to hack at something and like it's just not chipping away. And it's like we're just showing up there and we're just slaving away at something. And it's just like there are no results. Nothing is happening, So for right now, I would say no. I would say kind of, I don't want to like say like live in survival mode or protective mode, but I would say kind of like keep to yourself a little bit right now. Let's go ahead and thank you so much, Michelle. Who the hell keeps texting me? Okay, sorry about that. It's my waxing appointment notification. Christina Molina, was it in my best interest to walk away from the Sagittarius I was involved with? I would say yes. The only reason why I say that, I see Venus in Cancer is here, the Two of Cups is here. There is a strong soul connection, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of love here, etc. But the Sage is in reverse, which tells me that there is something, I don't want to say dirty, but there was something that very much need to be washed away between the two of you. And I don't know if distance needed to create that. I don't think that the distance is creating a lack of love or anything like that. I think that it's needed because maybe somebody specifically needed to clear something out of their space to actually be able to make room for this, or just in general. So yes, I think it was in your best interest, and his or hers. I don't know what you're dating. Warrior Queen, good morning. When will D reach out again? Will I ever see him again? If so, when? Let's see. If he does so, it will be impulsively. It'll be online, but it'll come from like a place of assumption. He's going to put his foot in his mouth. It's not saying when. The court cards are not an indication of time, unfortunately, but it will be online. The Fool in reverse is somebody who kind of says something, foot in their mouth, as can the Page of Swords in reverse, and it's because he's assuming something. He will be telling you the truth about something. Now I'm not saying it doesn't have to be like super bad or anything like that. You know, it could just be like, oh, I heard you were dating somebody and you're not. You know what I mean? It's like it's not that deep, but there'll be this kind of like little bit of like clarity between the two of you. But it's not really giving me a time frame, but it will be on social media. Why do I keep getting text messages? God damn. Sorry, guys. Warrior Queen, thank you so much. FG Macrids, should I pursue this new girl, Justine? She's kind of wishy washy. What happens if he pursues Justine? Ooh, well, you're definitely going to fall in love and she's going to change the shit out of you. That's for certain. She's going to make you feel weak because you're going to be starting to the shadow self in reverse. She's going to shed a light on something that you didn't realize. This is like this kind of person that's going to change you for life and going to make you realize that there's a lot of work that needs to be done, especially in regards to like your insecurities or your own stability. I think that you'll end up falling in love with this person. I need advice. The North Node. Yeah, I would say go for it. I would say go for it, in my personal opinion. I think that this is somebody that's definitely going to teach you something, somebody you will absolutely change for. You know how they say, like, there's one girl that a guy will always change for. This may be that person. I'm not saying it won't hurt. I'm not saying it'll even work out, but you will find some kind of change. I like it, I think. I like it. Thank you, FG. Vanessa, hi, beautiful. Please tell me what's next for me in love. I walked away from a Virgo guy who I thought was putting me in a third party or stuck to his past person. Okay. What's next for Vanessa in love? The Eight of Cups in reverse. Yes. The Five of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands in reverse. The King of Pentacles in reverse. And I think you're going to get a comeback around is what that looks like. It looks like you're going to get a comeback around. Um, And you may be afraid to like not accept it, if I'm going to be completely honest, but you may tell somebody to fuck off. It looks like it's the Virgo, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you, but I don't like it because it looks like this person has some kind of ulterior motives. Like it's like this person comes back with their tail tucked between their legs or something like that, and they're like ready to fire off on all cylinders. Chiron. This is about hurting and healing. You need to heal from this situation and move on. I do think that there's going to be a return of this person. I don't think it's going to be over. I think at first you're going to be excited, like, yay, they're back, right? But then it's going to be like, oh, God, why did I give into this? You know? They're going to like intimidate you or they're going to make you feel small and it's just going to piss you off. Just be careful with that, Vanessa. I don't really like that. Love you. Thank you, Vanessa. Then we have S. What are his current thoughts and feelings towards me at this time? Okay. Definitely wants your validation, you know? This person to me has some kind of like unhealed like like needing like mommy issues maybe like it's something like that. Like let's say this person does have mommy issues, like looking to you to fill that void of their mommy issues, you know, like tell me I'm a good boy, you know, or like you know, I'm not trying to be funny, but I think this person just wants your attention, like wants encouragement or something like that, you know. But maybe there's something a little dark here, but this person, like, you make them feel better. Thank you, S. Vanessa Williams, morning. What are Zach Leo's feelings after seeing that post? What was the point of jumping on my socials last night? Okay, see. What are Zach's feelings after seeing that post? Wanting to offer love and like actually give into that, but almost falling back or maybe thinking about it before making a move, but definitely some kind of like, oh, you know, wanting to give in to one's emotions, but almost maybe second guessing it. trying to like master oneself or trying to master the temptation, maybe. What was the point of jumping on my socials last night? To rewind any fucking progress he made in the first place. The hangman is like, I ain't doing shit, you know? Fuck around and find out, you know? And so I feel like he was bored or he wasn't really doing anything. He didn't want to be alone, but he didn't want to go out maybe or something, right? He was like, he didn't have perspective on something. And he was like, getting a wild hair up his ass just to go back and be like, oh, you know, second guessing this, I guess you could say. Your advice is the moon. It's telling you to trust your instincts on this one, whatever that means for you. I don't know what that means for you. Trusting your instincts, satisfying your own emotional needs, nurturing yourself and maybe others as well. You know, it just depends on your own personal circumstance. I mean, the moon can also be about like what's hidden, you know, and that's why we need to trust ourselves. We need to trust ourselves in regards to the direction that we need to go pertaining to whatever subject we're talking about. And so I feel like that's you. That's what you need to do. Thank you so much, Vanessa. Renegade, is there anything Spirit wants me to know in love for December 2023? I'm a Scorpio married to a Leo. Thank you, beautiful. You are so very welcome. All right, let me see. You guys are trying to have a new beginning in regards to something, possibly financial, but it's something but it's like it may feel like you're missing it. Let me see. Be careful of like travel plans being delayed. I mean, Mercury is going retrograde, so there could be like travel or education plans being delayed of some sort, or something may be delayed in regards to some kind of opportunity. However, I feel like something is going to come out of this. Like there's some kind of blessing. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Swords in reverse, and the Sun in reverse. You could be feeling a little bit lackluster. You know, I feel like you guys are kind of feeding off of one another's energy a little bit. It looks like maybe something financial or in regards to self-love or just the home, family, etc., or finances. You know, there's a need to evolve, or we're having a hard time maybe letting go of some debts or letting go of a negative mind frame or something like that. You do have a blessing here, but it's almost like sandwiched between these two delays or these missed opportunities. There's a blessing here to be had, but you're going to have a hard time seeing, like the forest for the trees. You're going to have a hard time like seeing the light in the dark, because it's so dark, right? It could be like this tiny little light, but if you go towards it, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, you're going to see that there's actually a big blessing there. So I kind of want to say, like, try not to focus on the problems this month. Try to focus together on the positives and what positivity can come out of that. Because if you focus on the solution, you're going to be solution oriented. So whether it's about finances, whether it's about self-love, insecurities, being more optimistic with one another, forgiving one another, something like that, there is some kind of like to be had. You just have to look for it. Your advice is mutable. So this is asking you to kind of go with the flow of things. Don't be so rigid in your thinking. Don't be so like gung ho with each other. This is like asking you to surrender and be more fluid to things and be open to change because it is coming in a positive way. You just have to like look for it. Thank you so much, Renegade. All right, let's see. Ella, I've been struggling to find a job for a while now. Any advice? Ooh, excuse me. Sacred Heart in reverse and the Three of Cups. So this is basically saying like, who are you surrounding yourself with? I'm not saying you got to like cut out anybody, but it's saying like, who are you surrounding yourself with? Show me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are. You know, for instance, if I want to be a personal trainer at a gym, I'm obviously not going to go like apply at McDonald's, right? I'm going to get the certificate. I'm going to, you know, and also like if I'm wanting to be a personal trainer, that's going to also cause like a lifestyle change. Am I going to be hanging out at the bar with a bunch of drunk people at 2 o'clock in the morning? I can, but I don't think my job will go very well. So it's like you don't need to chase this success, but you do need to become it. And your external world is going to reflect that. So it's about making these little changes, I feel, in your day to day and surrounding yourself with the right people and being authentic to who you truly are and what you truly want, and you will naturally attract that thing. Thank you so much, Ella. Let's see. Christina R. Hi, beauty. Long time. Hello. XOXO. Mwah. Am I correct with what I think is going on with this guy? What's his current future actions, intentions for me? Let me see. What's his current or future actions with Christina? The Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Cups. Kind of a little wishy-washy. He seems a little wishy-washy, like he's not, like he's holding back on something, or there's maybe a fear, or is kind of staying put with where he's at and not being very clear with you, or maybe even lying possibly. And he may try to avoid that altogether by just like walking away because he doesn't want to like take responsibility for something maybe. So he may just kind of like ghost or dip out or, whatever it may be, or avoid, it feels very avoidant. You know what I mean? Let me see here. What's his intentions with Christina? The Chariot in reverse, the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I don't really like this. It just feels like a fail. It feels like a fail. Like he doesn't have like he doesn't have the courage. It feels like he's being wishy-washy. He's being a little bit of a pussy a little bit. Um, and there's passion here, like he's sexually attracted to you, but I don't think that there's like a long-term commitment, or maybe he lied about money, or I don't know, like something. Your advice is Virgo. So I kind of want to say like the devil is in the details. Be careful of like overthinking this or getting too in your head or putting too much service into this. Virgo is like a service sign. Be careful of like your mental health, feeling like you need to pour into this when it's like, maybe it's not, I'm not saying it's not going anywhere, but just be careful of how much you're giving to somebody is what I want to say basically. Okay. Thank you so much, Christine. I love you. Let me see. And then we got Giggle Glimmer. Hi V, just want to say thank you for explaining astrology so well and in a relatable and fun way. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. That means so much to me. Thank you very much, Giggle. Sorry I didn't see that earlier. Astrid, hi gorgeous. What's L's future actions / current feelings for me? Thank you. Absolutely. All right, Astrid, let me see. Show me the future actions. Queen of Cups in reverse. And the King of Cups. Okay. Show me the current feelings. Well, he definitely feels, or L definitely feels like you don't trust him. He's trying, these are his actions. So he's trying to be mature. I think that there is a strong love here or a very strong feeling. I mean, the Queen and the King of Cups is here, which is beautiful. But the Queen of Cups is in reverse. So I feel like you're the feminine, but of course, take it as it resonates. And he's just feeling like you don't trust him, but he's feeling like if he tries to be mature, or maybe if he tries to give to it more or something like that, things will get better, like almost like he's playing the long game or the waiting game in some way. I do think that he wants to give to this, is what this looks like. He wants to give to this. Like he's not uncertain. Feels like he wants to give to this. Thank you so much, Astrid. Cece, what are Danny's feelings for me? He is a Leo. I'm a Taurus. Show me Danny's feelings for Cece. 7, 7. Interesting. 14. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Change. Can be a little lackluster. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I feel like he may have options. If this is somebody that you're just kind of dating, whatever, he may live a little bit in a fantasy world instead of being grounded. But this to me makes me feel like he has some choices that he needs to make. He could be like kind of engulfed in the fantasy of you, like very sexually, attracted or whatever the case, but he also feels like he needs to take his time making a choice, either in regards to his options or maybe something in regards to just the two of you. Cece, thank you so much. Cece number 2, thank you. Will he reach out soon? Yeah, I feel like he will. 4 wands, page of wands. It's going to be something quick, something fun. He's probably going to ask you out is what that looks like. Pretty simple. Yeah, I feel like he will. I would say in the next maybe 4 weeks, something like that. Jihan. Hope I said that right. Probably not. What do I need to know about Libra man, boyfriend, and female Taurus? Thank you. All right. I don't know if that's you and a person or if that's another couple. Forgive and forget looks like letting go of some past issues, committing to one another, finding an alignment, being on the same page when it comes to morals, values, priorities, spiritual or religious beliefs, but definitely letting go of some sadness from the past or something like that. Forgiving and forgetting is what it looks like. S, hi, will the issues at work continue or will things improve? Thank you. How are they going to go? Ooh. Well, something that has been avoided for a while may no longer be able to be avoided. Somebody may have not shared something with someone else or a boss or a coworker or something. Well, now that is being addressed, but it feels like it's coming from a place of like a lack of hope or even a place of selfishness or somebody's all about me or this is what I want and what I think and it's making me feel like it's a decision is being made about that. So I don't know what that means, but it doesn't look the best, but it's something that now is going to be out in the open, so that's good. Thank you so much, S. Top flight. Stephanie's actions towards me this month. Strength, four swords in reverse. Ooh, king and queen of pentacles in reverse. She doesn't feel like this is stable or maybe she's unstable, but I see a male and a female here, or a feminine masculine energy. And she's trying to stay strong, especially when it comes to her mentality or her mental state, or maybe she's actually physically injured or something like that. And so she's kind of needing to back off. But if you notice, this Queen of Pentacles is looking away from this King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is like here, but it's like something is quite unstable about this right now. It doesn't really look like it is like working in the best. Damn it, I didn't mean to pull four fucking cards. Anyway, so it doesn't like look the best. It looks like she's kind of like more so holding back a little bit. So I don't know. Not the best, not the worst, but not the best. Let's see. S. Will I find love in the new year? What can I expect? I find love in the new year. Yeah, the moon in reverse and the King of Wands. Could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but technically this is two deacons of Leo and one deacon of Cancer, so it could be a Cancer. Pisces energy is here as well, but it's somebody who may be an entrepreneur type, somebody very attractive. This is the kind of guy that's gonna like pick you up and throw you on the bed and fuck your brains out, right? This can also be like a business owner of some sort. What can she expect? Let's see here. You're going to have a hard time appreciating it or opening up to it because you're having a hard time letting go of someone or something else, or the past keeps repeating itself in some way. I would say a little bit of gratitude is going to go a long way. I'm not saying that you're ungrateful or you're an ungrateful bitch or anything like that, but there's definitely something that you're having a hard time seeing something like that's right in front of you because you're too busy like being disappointed about something in the past. So just be cautious of that, okay? Thank you so much, S. Jungle, what is my Taurus's friend's next moves with me? I'm an Aquarius. Thank you. You are so welcome. Next move with you, Judgment, Lovers in reverse. Could be making a decision to disconnect. Could be making a decision in regards to a partner. Could be taking accountability for playing the blame game or doing something in regards to that. Jungle, what are my Taurus's friend's thoughts like with me? I need one more for that. Definitely a lot of like I know that the hermit is Virgo and it's like an earth sign, but it's also Mercury, which also rules Gemini, which is an air sign. And then we have the Five of Swords, which is air, and then we have the Page of Swords. So this is somebody that is very much observing you to maybe try to understand you. I think that there could be a little bit of paranoia going on, a little bit of suspicions, absolutely. But this also feels like somebody who's not, it doesn't feel like they're trying to or they don't think you're like trying to play games with them per se, but there is like a very like I have my eye on you kind of vibe. I'm not really sure why that is. Let's see. Tadio. I just know I'm not saying that right. Does my current situationship see any potential in us, or is there a third party? I'm a Cap and she's a Sag. All right, let's see. Is there any potential? Mm. Oh man, I hate to say that. This could be somebody who's like never really happy with what they have. The Temperance in reverse is like I'm not content with anything, or there's too much of something. Now these are two of the two benefics in astrology, where Jupiter, Sagittarius, the greater benefic, and Venus, the lesser benefic, but still benefics, right? But they're both in reverse, which can be like too much of a good thing, or too indulgent, or overstimulated in regards to love, money, too much of a focus on that, or too lazy, or there's something here that she seems to be trying to like fill some kind of void through something like that. But it looks like a lack of self-worth, lack of self-value. This is like too much. Like there's too much of something going on. There's no balance. Is there a third party? I'm not saying like a third party really. It just feels like there's some emotional issues that are happening. I feel like maybe she does have a fondness for somebody in the past, but I don't really see like there's like being a big action being taken in regards to that. Just it looks like she has some kind of sweet feelings for you, but there may be some emotional issues, or your emotional issues, maybe some jealousies or something like that that's kind of creeping up and infiltrating the connection in some way. Could be an issue with a mother figure as well. Keep that in mind. One second, guys. I just got to shuffle a few more. Thank you, Tadia. Renegade with the 30. Ow. What are my Leo husband's feelings towards me, and what is my Leo husband hiding from me? Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you. I'm also a Life Path 9 like you, as well as a Scorpio. Oh my God, Life Path 9 is not easy. That is not an easy life path to have, to say the least. So let's see. What are the Leo's husband's feelings towards her? Justice. High Priestess. He may feel like you know something. What's the High Priestess? The Queen of Wands in reverse is if there is a third party or something like that, he may know that you know that, or if there was or something like that. There may be this like sense of him feeling like you are very mysterious or sexy, or there's something very desirable about you, but he also may feel like you are if this is not about another woman, keep that in mind. He may feel like you have jealousy issues or anger issues. So he may be trying to like tread lightly, maybe, or make the right decision, maybe trying to do right by you in some way because he knows like what could happen. Okay. Otherwise, this is just like him knowing that you know about somebody if that is an issue. Um, Let me see. What is he hiding from me? Give me one more for that. At times he feels like he wants to give up, like especially when the going gets tough, he may want to give up at times, and he may just kind of like want to be single, or like do his own thing, or focus on, self-love, self-worth, looking good, feeling good, smelling good. But he may have some drama maybe that he's hiding. That's absolutely possible. That he just it's making him fucking tired. He's sick of fighting, he's sick of putting in the fight. He just wants to relax, but I'm not seeing anything like negative. Your advice is the sun. Wow, I'm gonna pull you a second one. The sun and Uranus is your advice. This is about like expressing yourself in a different way, like something out of the box. Like the same way isn't working anymore. Like I notice, and I'm not saying that this is for you. I'm only giving you an example of what I think that this may mean. Um, so like for instance, I was dating somebody for the longest time. Now I'm a very assertive person. Like point A to point B. This is what it is. You either like it or you don't. and like I want to know the truth about this. And I can be, I can come off a little masculine. So now I was dating somebody that was not really that way. They were more Libran like, right? They were more like, everything is rainbow and butterflies and let's be happy and smile and harmony and blah blah blah, right? And I'm just like, like fuck off, like get me from point A to point B, right? But I started kind of like exercising that muscle to try to be like more feminine, and not that doesn't mean I wasn't getting my point across. I absolutely was. I was just doing it in a different way. And sometimes I realize that you can get more bees with honey than with vinegar. Now, I'm not saying that's you. All I'm saying is I changed the way that I was expressing myself. Okay. And now maybe he needs to do that. Okay. I don't know. Okay. But there's something like kind of different there. So I hope that helped, Renegade. I absolutely adore you. Thank you for all the love. Danielle Vetterkind, how is my recent mental and physical health decline affecting my partner's feelings for me? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, honey. Also, any advice on what's going on with me and my first step fixing it? Yes, seeing a doctor, no answers yet. I'm desperate. Thank you. Oh, baby. I'm so sorry. All right, well, let's see. How is Danielle's current mental and physical health decline affecting her partner's feelings for her? Give me one more. Um, There's something about where they may feel like you guys keep hacking away at something and something doesn't really change. I don't think that he doesn't love you or this person doesn't love you. Clearly, there's a mutual love here. Queen of Cups is mutual love. There is a mutual love, but there's also a disconnect or something I don't understand. I don't understand. Someone needs to understand something. And I think that that's him. He feels like he doesn't understand. But I think that hold on. He may feel like at times you're only focused on the problem and not the resolution, which doesn't necessarily mean that it's true, but he could feel that way. And like you guys are never getting anywhere because there's just the focus on maybe just the relationship or the emotions as opposed to like, how do we move on to calmer waters? How do we fix this? You know? So with you in regards to like fixing it, let's see. Oh wow, look at that. House 7. I think that bonding with people at this time, like bonding with your relationships, bonding with people that are important to you, that matter to you, that you matter to them, um, I think is going to go a long way. But also you pouring love into yourself and being okay with accepting it from others and not feeling like you have to pour into somebody else all the time when you're the one that needs it. That doesn't mean take advantage, obviously, or anything like that, but you need to have some kind of plan. Like, this is telling me that there's some kind of old way, like old path of doing something that hasn't really been serving you anymore. And it's trying to tell you the potential is in front of you, it's not back there. It's trying to tell you, like, there's a solution in front of you, and you need to stay, like, you need to have your eye on that ball. And you have to, like, plan something. Like, you have to make, like, I noticed that a long time ago, I was like really, I'm not saying this is you, I'm just giving you an example. Long time ago, I was very like just so engulfed in my relationship, right? I was just like, that's all I do is just be, and it was like long distance. So I was constantly on Zoom and I was just doing this. And like, I noticed that the rest of my life was kind of fading away. And I was like, holy fuck, like, what is going on here, right? And it's because I am a little codependent. Little codependent is, saying it lightly, but I realized that changing like little habits, like, okay, maybe as soon as I wake up, because I would go to sleep on the phone with this person. As soon as I wake up, just being like, hey, I'm just gonna like go grab a cup of coffee. I'm gonna make myself some breakfast. I'm gonna, work on the thing, maybe clean up my room a little bit, like tiny little like things like that that I would change, like little habits changed my life. putting myself first and creating the space for myself to have that very much helped me. So while yes, I think that relying on partners or like, allowing your partners or allowing people in your life to love on you and stuff like that, I'm also creating space for yourself as well, I think is going to be important. So Danielle, I'm definitely thinking of you, and I love that you're getting help. And I think that that speaks volumes. I mean, you're already making those steps, so try not to be so hard on yourself. It's very sweet that you clearly care about how it's affecting other people. That shows me your character. Melanie, I know I've asked about this Virgo, and you said he will unblock me. It's been 2 months. Do you think I'll hear before the New Year's? Yeah, but I don't think it's going to go in the way that you want. Why hasn't she heard from him? What changed between the last time she got a reading? The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. He got stubborn. He was like, no, fuck that. This tells me that, like, somewhere, like, he had a thought in his brain or something like that where he got stubborn about it. But the judgment is an indication of a reconciliation, but I don't know if it's going to be the way that you want it to be. Like, it may show up in a different way. You know what I mean? So thank you so much, Melanie. Alexis, will I pass my state exam this month? It's saying 4 cups, so this could be like you being a little disappointed on how it went. It doesn't mean that you necessarily failed. 3 of cups, this is telling you to like study with people, I think. Going back, because the 4 of cups, we have the 3 of cups here is kind of like your advice. So like studying with people, getting some help, having like a study group, as corny as that sounds. It doesn't necessarily mean that you fail. It just means that you may be disappointed with your results. But I think that you working with a group or with another person is going to help if you're not already. Cassie, Aqua fits a minute in. Rising here. Advice on how to best deal with this. Detaching is a struggle on my best day. Okay. Well, the Queen of Pentacles is all about like nurturing oneself, focusing on home, focusing on family, or focusing on Venusian things. Looking good, feeling good, smelling good, making money, focusing on business, etc. It's like I have a really hard time detaching as well. Okay, fixed signs always do. I have a very hard time letting go of that thing, but it's usually because it's from something else. It's usually from something from the past. I have a hard time letting go of relationships because I have abandonment issues. Well, where does that come from? Well, that comes from my parents, right? And so understanding that, sitting with it, processing it, and being like, okay, that's why, and understanding that. And the thing is that I tell people all the time, like, you have to stop focusing like on the problem. Now focus on a solution. Now what can we do? Now what can we do in order to take our focus off of what is making us feel so attached and focus on the thing that is going to be able to take us from that? Not necessarily take us from the feeling. It's okay to feel those things. It's okay to process those things. But what can we focus on that is more solution oriented, right? Like I really, when I feel like I can't detach from somebody, I attach. Now, I'm not saying that this is, the best way to do it, but this is how I do it. All I can do is tell you how I did it. Is I attached myself more so to my work and about how I can heal myself. And what does that mean? That means like the way I heal myself is like writing, working out, focusing on, I'm Venus ruled, right? So focusing on my appearance, focusing on the things that make me feel good, taking my salt baths. It's like, okay, if you're in Aquarius rising, maybe focusing on bigger dreams, bigger aspirations, friend groups, networks, social media, even something that is going to take you out of that. You know what I mean? Let's see, where the hell am I? Okay. Thank you so much, Cassie. Vanessa Williams, is Zach Leo talking to a third party? If so, is it that serious or is it a fling? Is he talking to a third party? Uh, no, no, I don't think so. What does he want with Vanessa? Seven of Wands, Knight of Wands in reverse. He wants your attention, but I feel like he's willing to compete for your attention, but he's also willing to act like a fucking idiot to do so. But I also feel like he's kind of keeping his boundaries with something or trying to. But no, I don't. It doesn't look like he's talking to somebody. If he was, I think he gave up on it. Thank you, Vanessa. Love you. Dancing in the moonlight, dealing with a Leo. Can you look into his intentions towards me? He just recently resurfaced in my life. We didn't start off on the best foot. Well, he thinks you're sexy. He thinks you're beautiful. He thinks you're stunning. Be careful of him getting you pregnant because that's absolutely, if you're, I don't know how old you are or anything. If you're at the age to get pregnant, be careful because you might be fucking fertile and whoopsie, right? We were here just getting on the same page and now we've made a book together, right? I do think he just wants to get on the same page. He just thinks that you're stunning. That's pretty much it. So I don't see any negative intentions. Just looks like he wants to get on the same page. Of course, listen to your own internal guidance. Thank you so much, Dancing. Anna Banana, hello. Action he plans on taking next towards me. Ugh, you always get good reads, but let's see. Let's see if you can break your record here. Ooh. He's acting like an idiot, if I'm going to be 100% honest. Listen, Anna, if he did something stupid, um, he's kind of acting like a dimwit. Like he hasn't like fully like understood if he fucked up somewhere. Like he has, but he's not really on the like how do I fix this? He's on the well, she said this, it's almost like a blame game or like an immaturity. He may act on impulse and say some shit that he doesn't mean, okay? Now if you guys are having like no problems whatsoever, he could be assuming something about your past and like presuming something and say something out of pocket that is kind of like something from the past, okay, that is left open ended. It doesn't look good though, I'll be honest. Like it looks kind of like, ugh, why would you say that? Like he's saying something stupid. Thank you so much, Anna. Vanessa, Scorpio, Andrew, future actions now with me. Oh, honey. The King of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Devil, the Two of Swords. It's like there's a bigger thing that he's avoiding here. Like I think that he wants a commitment, but I think he's so stuck on what happened between the two of you, but he doesn't want to maybe admit his faults in it. Or I also think he's obsessed with you with that devil there. If I'm going to be honest with you, I think that this is somebody who's very obsessed, but they can't like he can't make a decision or he can't like there's a stalemate thing going on or like it feels like he just won't let up about something. Like he just won't fucking let it go. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Vanessa. Karmic Karen, my son with the Cancer sun. Will his job be stable for him? I think it has the ability to be, but that Wheel of Fortune in reverse, like it's giving me Jupiter in reverse, which can be like lazy or like I'm not saying he's lazy, but there can be like this sense of like being lazy or like um going back to old habits or cycles, let me put it like that. Like something repeating itself a little bit. Um and he could feel guilty about it. Like he could feel guilty about something. Jupiter in reverse. I mean, even Jupiter retrograde, right? Even I have Jupiter retrograde in my chart. And I find that I seem to be it's going to sound shitty. I don't want to say that. People receive blessings through me. So I'm like I'm not saying I don't know how to explain that cuz like obviously everybody does, right? But it's kind of like the Jupiter retrograde person is the blessing, right? As opposed to like external. So I feel like maybe it's your son that's going to be the blessing to the job as opposed to the job being a blessing to him. Does that make sense? So I don't know. I would say no, in my personal opinion. I know that sounds shitty. I'm sorry. Mother and son. I'm a Libra and he's a Pisces. What is Pisces hiding from me and the outcome? Okay. Um, I feel like he wants to take action emotionally, but I don't know if he's fully ready to, like, to commit or go to the next level. But it's showing me that the feelings are there. Now, if he definitely has a third party or something, then it could be that he's exploring that, if that's what you mean. But I'm not really seeing anything super negative here. It just feels like he wants to take action and offer love, but I don't know if he's ready for like that next level, if that makes sense. Outcome. Somebody could be lying about their finances or they could be lying about like what they have to offer. This to me is like smoke and mirrors, if I'm going to be honest with you. And there's like Neptune energy over here anyway. So I feel like this is a little bit of smoke and mirrors. I think that somebody's over promising something they can't really deliver. So just be cautious with that. That could be like what he's hiding, you know? Thank you so much, mother and son. I really appreciate it. Aditi, do you see any future in my connection with Kunsal Das? Is he my future husband? Will he contact me again? Let's see. Do you see any future in my connection with Kunsal Das? Mm, It says maybe, but it may take a long time to like figure that out or come to that decision, or he may take too long to make that decision. I think this is somebody who feels like you're very mysterious or sexy or whatever the case is, but it's like taking like there's something that seems to be taking too long. Can he be her future husband? Page of Wands. I feel like I don't know if he's like ready for that. Like, I think it's gonna take him a minute. Like, the Page of Wands is like, he's not a king. He's not even a knight. It's like he has a ways to go. So, if you're willing to, Seven of Pentacles it, if you're willing to wait, I think that's why it said maybe. You know what I mean? Will he contact me again? Yeah, Six of Pentacles. Yeah, there'll be some give and take, but I just feel like this person is like even close to being ready for commitment, really. Thank you so much, Aditi. Go get a personal reading if you want to get deeper with that. Let's see. EJ, what will be the outcome of me and my person who is not currently speaking? Will we reconcile? Should I move on? Let me see. What will be the outcome of me and the person? The Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Eight of Swords in reverse. It looks like dropping it. Oh, let me see. Will we reconcile? What should she do? It just feels like throwing out the baby with the bathwater. Like, it looks like give me one more for that. Ugh, yeah, okay. So, I'm gonna be totally and 100% honest with you. This to me makes me feel like the two of you are dropping it, either because of a third party or because of some kind of disconnect. It's like, okay, I've been thinking about this for a while. I can't do this anymore. I have to make a decision whether I like it or not. Now, when I saw this, this made me feel like he's going to get into another relationship at some point. I hate to say that because it sounds so crappy, but when I had to pull an extra card just to be certain, and then I saw the lovers in reverse, which can indicate that, like to somebody else. What it's asking you to do is kind of like, God, it sounds so crappy, and I hate to make it sound like so depressing or down, but it's kind of saying like cut your losses, especially if you feel like you're not getting what you deserved. If you feel like you're not getting what you deserve, if you feel like you don't have peace, if you feel like there's no balance, if you feel like there's no camaraderie, or you feel like there's no equal give and take, or like whatever the thing is, like you have to be willing to release that to invite something else in. And your advice is Saturn. So this is like, if somebody's screwing you over, they'll get their karma. If you are, you'll get yours, right? But this is about like patience, hard work, understanding that the struggle that you're feeling is because of I know you're probably tired of hearing it, but it's like of a bigger lesson of some sort. Like Saturn brings gifts when you've put in the work and when you're just about ready to give up. Saturn is that like, all right, bitch, like I'm going to give you the hand, like come on, get out of your hole. So I feel like if you pour more work into yourself than anything and you like take a chance or a risk on yourself, because this is also Saturn, because this is Sun in Capricorn. So if you're able to like take the chance and like actually release that, you're going to get rewarded with something, but it's about being patient with yourself. So that's kind of what I got with that. Thank you so much, EJ. I really hope that helped. Of course, you can always book a personal if you want to get deeper, but otherwise, that's what I have for now. But I wish the best for you, of course. Um, Giggle, what are Jay's intentions towards me at the moment? Hmm, Five of Swords, the Moon in reverse. Not the best. This is somebody that I feel is hiding something or is out to like maybe I don't know if they're like playing games, if they're trying to fuck with you, if they're trying to get revenge or what they're doing. Are they like fearing commitment? Oh, I see. This may be somebody who's working up the courage to tell you like what they want in a relationship or that they want one, but they may be a little afraid. I think that this is somebody who has the intent to stay positive when it comes to like what they could have with you more than anything. It just feels like they're a little like nervous or afraid to like totally give to this or something like that. Aaliyah McBride, hey beautiful, can you tell me how David feels about me? He's a Leo, absolutely, and thank you. By the way, Giggle. Magician, the four of wands in reverse. Mm. He has the ability or the intent to make things happen, but he's not really doing it. Like if he wanted to commit to you or if he wanted to marry you or if he wanted to, I don't know, buy you that car, I don't know, whatever it is, like he's able to do it, but he won't. And it could be because of fear, but if you look at that King of Wands, it's like that King of Wands looks so self-focused. I mean, it's focused away from all of this other stuff. He's not even looking at what his intentions are. All of this to me makes me feel like you feel fulfill his ego or fill his pride in some way. It just feels like he's got to stick up his ass, like I'm the shit kind of vibe. It's like who the fuck wants to date somebody like that? S, will M Capricorn make an attempt to reconnect? No, I don't think so. The tower, the six of wands in reverse. It feels like it's just kind of crashing down. I don't feel like he wants any unwanted attention. Like I feel like he's not really giving this any attention, if I'm gonna be honest with you. A's a garden gal, A's intentions. Is he manipulating me? Show me A's intentions. I don't think so. I'm not seeing anything about manipulation. I mean, maybe Hangman is Pisces, it's a water sign, but it's not. Like, there's no other cards indicating that. Like, it's the Hangman and the Eight of Wands. Whoops. Um, this makes me feel like more so he's just wanting to express his perspective about something, you know? Or like he's wanting you to see something from his side. I'm not seeing anything about manipulation. And he's also perceiving you. Like he's trying to like get a grip on a perspective. You know what I mean? I don't see anything. I mean, maybe he is, but I didn't see anything like that. A bomb. Are Aaron, Cancer, and I, Gemini, going to reconcile? What does 2024 look like for us? Let me see. Are they going to reconcile? I think so. Nine of Swords in reverse, Ace of Swords. Only once somebody like gets out of their own head or stops like overthinking something. Once like the dust settles is what I want to say. What does 2024 look like for us? Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's like needing to actually put in the effort to plant the seed. Like there needs to be more learning. There needs to be more work that's done. There needs to be more effort that's put in before you can actually like plant the seed and like go at it. But there's definitely going to be a conversation. Jan Jackson, what is going on my Libra with my Libra man and Taurus female? Like, are they in a relationship? I don't know what you mean. Or are you like seeing both of them? All right, I'm just gonna kind of like wing it. Okay, well, that doesn't look bad. The Emperor, the Ten of Wands in reverse, Six of Cups, Four of Swords. A lot of healing around the connection. It feels like he is trying to like maybe take some weight off of her shoulders, trying to alleviate some kind of stress. He's taking the initiative. He's doing what he needs to do, it looks like. And it looks like there's some healing around the connection and some serious like thinking about things, whatever that means. But it looks like the male is taking the initiative to like maybe help her and bring her some kind of blessing, perhaps. Um, Thank you, Jan. Gina, what is next for me in love? Could be a Leo coming in for you, absolutely. Or an Aquarius. Damn, okay. Damn. All right, Gina. Shit. Oh, I like it. I actually really like this. I feel like you have either an Aquarius or a Leo coming in for you. Could be a Gemini as well. An Aquarius or a Leo, though, is what I'm feeling. Like fixed energy. Somebody who's very strong. Somebody who maybe will help uplift you with your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. This to me is somebody who's going to help you succeed in some way. And I think that you're going to be wiser the more for it. I think that you're just going to accept this and kind of allow this person to come in and infiltrate your life in the best way. That's what that looks like. Somebody who could also be very healing for you, especially on a mental level. Thank you, Gina. And Neela, is my husband Jabbar going to change his mind and agree to this pre-pregnancy, or he's sure about not having this child, and why doesn't he want this baby? Um, is he going to agree to this pregnancy? Oh, I thought you said pre-pregnancy. I was like, what the hell is a damn pre-pregnancy? Let me see. Is he going to agree to the pregnancy? I would say yes. Herman in reverse. I would say yes. Because this is more like a no, sit back, I'm not doing shit, right? The Herman in reverse, I feel like, is a yes. So I think yes. Why doesn't he want this baby? Three wants, he feels like he has more to explore, more to do, more things that he wants to kind of pursue, and he may feel like that will get in the way. Vanessa Williams, is Scorpio Andrew also messing with third parties? Yes. Ace of Wands. Possibly one that could be like a potential commitment, or he's doing it because of money. Eight of Cups, he's walked away from some people because of some kind of drama as well, or from a woman because of some kind of drama. It feels like he was just kind of in the mix with other people. But that Ace of Wands is telling me that there's some kind of sex involved, most likely. But it could be because of money, or it could be because there's a means to an end. Like he could maybe see going the distance with somebody. But I think he's going to end up walking away from it, or he's not really sure if that's what he wants, or he doesn't really want to fight for it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's almost like he idealized something and he's like, yeah, I don't know if I really, you know what I mean? That fucking guy, I swear to God. All right, let me see. And then Aditi, dear, tell me, how long shall I want to get a commitment from Kuntal Das? Does he love me? Are there feelings? He seems to be secretive. What is he hiding from me? Is he already married, separated, divorced? Remember, guys, it's only one question per super chat. But Aditi, I will do this for now. If you want something longer like that, get a personal, okay? Let me see. How long shall I wait to get a commitment from Kuntal? You got the High Priestess again. Um, High Priestess in reverse is kind of telling you like maybe don't wait around, you know. It could be telling you to be realistic about something. It could be telling you as well that the potential is limited right now, probably because of like what I said earlier about him kind of being apprehensive or not being quite ready or not even really being mature enough. How does he feel for her? The Five of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. He may feel like you're pushy, or he may feel like you may be able to help him with this financial situation, or there's something about you that will help him get out of some rut. But at the same time, he may feel like you're a little pushy, or a little like too much, or wanting something now, or he may feel like you're jealous or angry. There's some kind of like negative emotion that he's perceiving, where he's like, I don't know if I really like that, and him like wanting you to let go of that in some way. um what is he hiding from a deity? Seven of Swords. He's trying to get away with something, but it's not telling me what he's trying to get away with. It's just telling me he's trying to get away with something, like he doesn't want you to see something or know something. Like I said, get a personal. um all right, let me see. Vanessa Williams, outcome if I reach out to Zach. You'll get a response. King of Swords, I think he'll be nice and fair, but let's clarify. Oh, wow. Okay. He may talk about the connection that you guys had, or there may be a discussion around family, possibly, or like what he wants in a relationship, or something. But there's also doubt. There's a cycle that's now repeating itself. It's like once we get past the formalities, now we're going back to the self-doubt, the manipulation, or like the repetitive cycles. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like it's like yay, and then it's like ugh. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna get an advice message for you. House 2. So this is about like what your morals and your values are, like what you're prioritizing, what you're possessing, what you are allowing to possess you. Like, ask yourself if this is really like worth your time, worth just spending your money or your energy on, or whatever. House 2 can also represent like the throat chakra. So like, how much more do you need to say? Like honestly. Um and do you feel like this is something that is secure? Like really being honest with yourself about that as well. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys so much. Please enjoy the rest of your day. And a special shout out to Rick and Lori. You guys enjoy your Wednesday, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.